So, I would like each and every single one of you all to gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors, the tale of the looming corruption, and that of a jaded destiny. Will this, my friends, be the infamous tale of the Valley of Dreams, and the legendary tale of those soul-bound? That being said, we pick back off as previously. Our heroes were found in the forest of Jaded Dragon Valley. The Warforged Druid and Zaman, Unmei, would return to everyone with the news of the war spreading between the likes of the Akuyama Yokai and the Tiniyama Yokai to the others. But before he could do so, we'd return to the likes of Gore and the Meadows, our sprite blood hunter who would lose himself to a blood rage and find himself manipulated by a strange woman afar. With black hair, it would seem to be that something was coursing about her form, using some mind manipulation magic to send him to even attack the likes of Adidark, our shifter barbarian. After realizing what he had done, he'd feel remorse and despair and seek to right the wrong. But while this was all occurring, meanwhile, Hannibal and Azora would talk about the likes of Azora's past and what little she knew of it. Hannibal would offer the advice to stop looking at the past to judge her character, but focus on the now to leave a brighter future. Meanwhile, while this was occurring, in the bamboo forest, the turtle sorcerer in Agni would conquer his devil sins of wrath within and harness the power of the Black Star and fire it forth, combining it with Hellfire for an astral flame. Eventually, with everyone reconvening, it was revealed that Mao was in search of his ring-tailed daughter in Lika, and that Zaman had saw someone fitting the description. They'd contact an individual found in the Azure Taiga and await a response. However, it'd be no time for an answer, as the sky would shatter to a darkened one. That said, we'll have to figure out what this means and more in Session 10 of Valley of Dreams. That said, everyone, let's pick back up exactly where we left off. Alrighty, so we're gonna throw you guys over to the new and improved sort of base, as you guys was given out the as you guys have given out the request for base improvements and all that good stuff. We're also gonna give you guys a little bit of ambient music for road. That's loud as hell. All right, there we go. So. As we pick back up exactly where we left off, return as we see you all sort of looking up toward the likes of the sky. As our heroes conversing in their makeshift campsite, waiting for ever-shifting change. You look towards the sky, the Aurora Borealis, that shines brightly, and immediately something strange occurs. It writhes with power and strength before your very eyes. You see as it begins to pulse and swell from the sky, and with that, armies begin to pour out of it. However, they all begin to head directly towards you all. But something begins to occur. For some strange reason, they begin to cease charging towards you. And you look up and you find yourselves in the area around you in a massive sphere, shrouded in moving shadows. A shadow preventing them from witnessing you all in this campsite and preventing them from charging to your location. Regardless, as this happens, you look around and it seems for whatever strange reason, they aren't able to approach. And they seem to be ignoring you all for the time being as they continue soaring off into a different location. That said, the creatures from the Aurora Borealis still swarm and pulse throughout the sky, but it seems to be that your position is unknown to them at this moment. Whatever reason, you have a bit more time. You're unsure why, but can you complain for now? That said, as you all look out towards it, what do you all say? And what do you all do?
Azora, so, you know, last time we spoke, well, I think Azora would look out and she'll ask, Is this what we're supposed to be defending against?
It seems like the voice was telling the truth. Attack is coming, and it's coming from everywhere.
But what holds them back? There's so many tricks in this place.
Do not understand it myself. If they are to stand and fight, then why wait? That said, everyone
exactly observant one.
That being said, everyone looking out towards the Aurora Borealis, make a perception check for me. Oh, Twitch. So I can look at chat just in case inspiration. Zaman with the 25, good stuff. There's the fucking choo-choo train. Zor with a 7, Gore with a 3. Alright. Waiting a little bit longer for anybody else. Alright.
You know, I got a crit once per session, so there you go.
There you go, there's the crit. So, as this is all happening, you look over, and Zora and Gore, you're at least able to see this. You see as there are... Wait, huh? Hold on a second. Wait. Nah, I think we're good. But as this begins to happen, you look over and you see as there are several almost, if you want to call them platoons, but just armadas of these strange astral creatures sort of flying about. However, they seem to be separating into different sort of armies. As this happens, you look over and two of them are heading to the likes of the south, or kind of towards the east. Another group of enemies heading to the likes of the west. But there is one more apparent to you heading to the north, where your location is in Jaded Dragon Valley. And Zaman, you're the only one able to see this, but you see as there is just a massive creature that almost throws you off from the simple shape of it, of an aquatic-like creature that seems to be with some strange figure riding atop of it and charging directly towards your position, taking a bit of time to get there, but beelining it for you all. See the likes of a strange astral creature and jellyfish? You're unsure of what its nature is and what its purpose, but you know for a fact, especially more than anybody with your one arm missing, that anything astral probably is trouble. No matter the shape, no matter the size. That said, while this is all occurring, Gore, you do receive a D6 inspiration die, but what do you all say? What do you all do?
A jellyfish.
Zaman was
Oh my god, I forgot.
did anyone else see that?
What did you see, Greedy One?
There was a massive creature that went north. Seems very close to us. It looks like a jellyfish, and it was coursing with astral light. I think this would deem trouble, a significant amount of trouble for us. We must continue.
What hasn't been trouble, Greedy One?
That is a fair point, Goa. But we must continue our preparations and be ready to fight. Do I know like relative size of the creature?
With their 25, I mean, probably not. Well, you're able to tell at least it's massive, because the fact that you're able to see it and make out its shape from the distance it's at right now, you would definitely know it's very, very big. And it's heading towards you guys.
And this massive creature that's heading towards us, we must be prepared, because the size alone can deem a lot of trouble for us.
How long do we have, Greedy One?
I do not know. Maybe a few hours, maybe a day, 2 days, I have no idea. But we should assume that it's fast approaching.
Could it even be minutes then?
It could be.
I think that
Rest while you can, then. Some of us should at least keep watch. At this point, we've been going for who knows how long.
That is true. You'll see as Philo begins to speak and move up. But how should we go about it? Should we?
Good. I'm sorry. I was just gonna ask if is Mal still knocked out, but go ahead.
Yeah, he's knocked out still.
Okay.
We should.
Or actually, no, we'll get to that in a minute. Actually, technically, he'd be, well, yeah, he'd be something. But Philo will continue saying, how should we go about it? Should we simply sleep until battle arises, or should we try to get our strength, or should we try to sleep for only a little bit and awake unrested, weary?
Those that are at the most rest, Gore will keep the first watch.
I think first we should likely address the people who are afflicted by that weird gas during the fight with those creatures at the gong. I believe it was Mal, Gore, and Natty Dark.
Oh.
Gore's fine. He always uses protection.
Okay. Mal. I guess Mal is still knocked out.
Mao, actually, at this point, you see as the sky began to shatter and it turned to night, you'd see as immediately he would just sort of shake for a moment and breathe heavily. And he'll look out and around. He'll just ask, how long was I out? What happened? What happened? Did she respond? Just a million things on his mind, all going at the same time.
I have not gotten a response yet. But Mal, my question to you were, how are you feeling? You inhaled some of that gas before, didn't you?
I mean, I just got a little bit of a cough, but I think I'm okay.
That doesn't sound particularly good. Question, am I able to cast Lesser Restoration on Mal?
Oh yeah, if you want. Do you have it prepared?
I believe I do. Let me double
Let's check. So if it's pink, then it means you have it prepared.
It is pink.
It is pink. Yep. So you could cast Lesser Restoration. Does it cost any material? Nope. Yep. You're good to go. You can cast it on Mal if you'd like to.
I will do that on Mal.
All right. Cast the spell towards him, and as you do, you place a simple hand onto his sort of ringtail nature, and immediately you see as expanding across your hand, your almost the sort of mechanical gears begin to expand and wrap around the likes of Mao's sort of back, and immediately begin to sort of pulse and sort of form a strange syringe that you're not used to in the slightest. But the syringe itself begins to sort of poke the likes of Mao's neck, and his eyes go wide for a moment before eventually he breathes in, breathes out, and you see as the sort of rings around his eyes, or signifying a sickness and a disease, begin to slowly fade away with the wind. Seems to be that he is cured of whatever was affecting him.
That seems
The gas did all that to you, little furry.
Do you feel better, Mal?
I'll be honest, I feel a lot better. A lot better than before. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is that a new trick that you learned?
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. It feels like the minerals around me is able to purify diseases and other things within people.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared when the whole sort of thing was like all the sort of mechanical gears and stuff were wrapping around me. But I mean, hey, it worked out.
That it did. That it did. Gore, you stated you were fine, correct?
Did it happen from the smoke? Is that what that was? I don't think Gore would have the werewolf. Like, like he'd have to be told that he was wrong. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know how you would check. I just don't think
Does-
Gore would have.
Does Gore look similar to Mal did?
Yeah, you were able to tell that a long time ago.
He would do the same. He would cast this restoration on Gore as well. And
All
just
right.
say, God, just hold still for a second.
You'll see as before you cast the spell, Hannibal will look over and say, "Are you sure that you want to use all of your power? You're still unsure exactly when this battle will occur."
Zaman would say, well, if we have companions that are weakened, I think me using some of my energy to get them to potentially 100% is worth it.
Very well. That's
When you
it.
hit Gore with the lesser restoration, he'd feel like he just had the greatest hauls in his life, and he'd be like, "Ooh. Maybe this place does have strange effects on. That was refreshing, greedy one. Might need that one again."
And Zaman would say, I'll make sure to keep it handy.
Who else was affected by this? You'll see as Philo begins to sort of raise his staff and look around.
Maybe added Doc. I know myself and Cora were not. I'm not sure about Agni and Azura, but I believe Adidoc was also afflicted.
You'll see as actually, does Philo have anything, or he'll just, if he doesn't, he'll just walk over. But I don't think he has anything. Addy Dark, you'll look over and below your feet you'll see a bunch of mushrooms sort of sprouting amongst the ground and around you, and you'll see as the mushrooms begin to slowly start sprouting in the direction of everyone else to get your attention. If you were to look forth towards the mushrooms and up, you'll see as Philo will wave and then motion you to come closer to them.
I proceed closer, and I guess when Gore healed me, he didn't heal that either. That was something different. There's two different potions.
Yeah, so Gore basically just healed you, like patching your wounds up, you know, stopping the blood and all that. Zaman basically cured him of a disease.
Okay.
But right now, Addy Dark, you are still diseased, yeah.
That's me in character.
Yes, this one seems a little worse for wear as well. Let me see if I have anything. Hopefully I have it prepared. No. I'm sorry, sadly I do not. For the rest, though, I could have it ready. Do any of you have anything to heal and sort of tend to this sickness?
Azura will say, "This is far beyond my means. This is something that that Zaman in Korra might be well versed in, but well, Goa, you said you was able to make portions from the medicine, did you not?"
I did the best I could for Addy Dog. After, for the furry one. After I was tricked, I used what I had. And Gore would just show the medicine what he did, the best Gore could describe. Be very rudimentary, I'm sure.
That said, what do you respond with, Zora?
She would ask, Philo, is there a way you can assist us in making potions with the bits of medicine we have? Something less crude than Gore made. Although Gore, you did a great job. She kind of like looks away from him.
Oh, of course I could. Of course. It is one of my specialties. But, not... These potions will Oh, your typical health potions. Nothing to sort of cure disease, sadly. But they will all come in handy, I'm sure.
Yes, at the end of the day, we're going to need as much assistance once the time comes. Anything that helps heal will help to free up Zaman and Korra, while the rest of us have at least some way to mend our wounds in a pinch.
That said, anyone who wishes to make potions with me, come gather forth, and I will show you what I know. And you'll see as Philo will begin to probably just start slowly lumbering over to this portion of the camp. Zaman begins to join the likes of Philo. Is anybody else joining him to make potions?
I mean, Azora got no skills, so I think it's time she picks up something. So I think she'll just come over.
Zaman would tap Korra on the way and say, "Korra, if I remember correctly, I thought you were pretty good at this."
Oh shit.
Gordon did the best he could. He ain't got no business touching that stuff.
Cora would then follow.
Enough. As Zaman calls out, Korra joins the likes of Philo, Zaman, and Azora. Instead, those are the only individuals doing so. Alright, here's what we're going to do for this. So, let's break out the, medicine and poison making, mechanics for Soulbound. Here we go. Alright, so, we'll make this pretty simple. Does any of you have proficiency in an herbalism kit? This will make this a lot easier.
I do.
Okay,
Nope.
dope. Alright, if that's the case, then Zaman, you'll probably be the one leading this, to make this a lot easier. So you're gonna need proficiency in an herbalism kit to make the DC check in the first place, to make it, like, reasonable. Gore got very, very lucky with making his potion last time. So, essentially, the crafting costs are initially multiplied by 2.5 rounded down, and I'm gonna show you exactly, what all you can make at the moment. This is specifically for health potion creating, not the disease curing. So I'm gonna drop this down into Valley of Dreams in-game content chat, and I'll just show it on the stream so everybody in chat can see as well. Boop, boop, and boop. So you can pretty much make a common potion of healing, a greater potion of healing, superior potion of supreme, and a healer's kit. Now, keep in mind, though the DC say 10 and 15 and 20, those are once you've actually mastered and learned how to create them normally. Right now, the DCs are multiplied by 2.5, meaning the DC is 25 at this moment. So it's very, very difficult. However, since you're the one making it, someone in chat, Mila, they actually gave you a D4 inspiration die to add on top of this. Help you out a little bit. You guys can assist by giving advantage, but once you guys have made this potion of healing, then you or memorize the sort of the recipe, and the DC will go to 10 from now on. But you gotta at least make the first one, and it has to be with the herbalism kit to learn the recipe.
Okay, so what's the difference between the herbalism kit and the healer's kit?
So the herbalism kit, I believe the healer's kit just stabilizes somebody, or hold on, let me make sure. There's a difference. I just gotta remind myself. Okay, so the healer's kit, it just only stabilizes somebody to 0 hit. Like, it makes them not have to make any death saves. Now, granted, it has 10 uses, which is nice, but it doesn't bring them back up. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I think Azora will try to observe, as this is something she's never done before, but with Korra and Zaman both being individuals who's healed before, she'll say, I don't want to begin to learn how to assist other than the use of my blade. I will watch you three very closely, and perhaps one day I'd be able to create these potions for the party. And so she sits back and kind of, so essentially she's gonna let you, Korra, give Zaman advantage if you want, and she's just gonna observe and like watch, kind of get like to learn how to do it.
All right. Also, Philo will assist you as well as he's showing you the ropes, give you not triple advantage, but will instead give or lower the DC by a little bit on top of that. He will lower the DC to a total of 20 because he is pretty skilled in making these in the first place. But he wants to teach you because that's sort of that sort of saying of, you know, teach a fisherman how to catch fish and all that stuff, be able to, you know, eat for the rest of their life, yada yada yada.
Copy.
That said, Zaman, I need you to make well actually, before you even go into that, there's also different types of what do you call it, different types of poisons that you can make as well. There's even disease or ways you can cure diseases on top of that. I will post the cure diseases stuff and information down below in the VD in-game content chat for you guys to check out, just in case you ever want to do that. But you will be expending, obviously, medicine resources to do so.
Right.
The last thing, for some reason the DCs aren't listed here, but I'll make sure that they are. But there is also the last thing of poisons that you can craft, that you can apply to your blades, or you can make them in liquid forms or gaseous forms. If you look down below, you'll see as there are things that will be labeled as contact, or which means, you know, you could apply this to a blade and other things. Ingestion would, or inhalation would be probably gas, and then ingestion is drinking the potion or the poison. They all do different things, but you won't be able to learn the recipe until you've actually created them, similar to the cooking mechanics. Actually, I don't think this group has used the cooking mechanics yet, right?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, we'll get into that one step at a time, but there you go.
Copy.
All right, so you're making the what would you like to make? Are you just making a standard potion then?
So Addy Dark was not healed, correct?
No, he was not cured of his disease.
I guess I would. Can I start with the cure disease potion?
Sure, if you want. You're at base, so the DC is still multiplied and all that stuff, but you're good to go to try to make it.
Yeah, I think I would try to make that one first.
All right, roll a medicine check. Wait, is it a medicine check? Yep. Make a medicine check, and you're gonna add your proficiency bonus on top of that if you don't have it already, and then you're gonna do so with advantage.
Copy.
All right, one more time. A lot better. We're gonna add that. We're gonna add a +2 to that, so that's a total of 22. And I believe, yep, that is the DC for it. With the help of Philo, you're able to get through. Right on the money.
That 7 was spooky.
That fucking hairs in my goddamn mouth. All right.
Should have had him drinking that Robitussin.
Oh man, as you
That
guys
7,
begin.
bro, he was about to just give Addy Dark ginger ale.
Rub it in the wounds.
About to be that vapor rub.
Oh
Whole
no!
drink of water, bro. That's what he's about to get.
Oh no! That said, Zaman, as you spend a bit of time, now granted, this takes you over the course of a short rest, so you're probably gonna need to spend even more time to make this second sort of potions and more. But as you do so, you're able to construct the likes of a sort of alchemical vial or potion to possibly be able to cure diseases and the likes of lesser restoration, but something that you can only do at base. That said, expend the 2 medicine resources, and I assume that you give this to Addy Dark to drink.
Yep.
Alrighty. Addy Dark, assuming that you consume it, you would all see. Oh yeah, you guys are looking a little rough for medicine at the moment. You guys have 2 stocks right now, but as you begin to drink it, Addy Dark, you feel as if almost that strange sort of cough, that strange sort of feeling in the back of your throat slowly fades away from you, and a little bit of that exhaustion that you've been feeling goes away for now. Though you're still physically exhausted, no longer, at least from the disease sort of adding on top of that. And you are cured from this sickness. Stuff.
I can breathe. I can fight. Let's do this.
Hell yeah. That said, Zaman, are you making anything else with Philo, or is that all?
He would turn to the group and say, I was able to make something to cure Adidoc. Should I try to make a potion as well? Conserve our medicine for when we're in another time of need.
Uh-oh.
Greedy one, we need all the help we can. Do what you can.
Door's on fire at the moment.
I guess he'll do it again. He'll try to make the. Let me see. What is?
Just a common healing potion, because that's all you can really afford right now.
Yeah, he'll make the common one.
All right, make another medicine check. Do so with advantage. Keep in mind you still have a D4 of inspiration, and on top of that, Cora, you have received a D4 of inspiration dice from Lika, another player of the universe.
I had a D8 from last time, just so you know.
Oh, okay. So it just it basically just well, it doesn't add, it just goes through. I'll refund it though.
Okay. Medicine. I think alt is at advantage.
Actually, you may want to use that D8 real quick.
Yeah, definitely about to use that D8.
Oof. Oh man.
Big yikes.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, it do. Sometimes it do. That being said, you can just add your D4 inspiration die now. But
I actually do, because I took a short rest. I have my Oracle's blessing back, so I can roll a D10.
Ooh, come on! You gotta need a big 10. That's at 8. So 8 plus 1 plus 13 is 21. Plus another 2 is 23. You're able to beat the DC of 22 just barely. If it wasn't for the Oracle's guidance, then shit. That being said, Zaman, describe exactly how you are sort of overcoming this and making your health potion with his newfound body and the Oracle's sort of power.
So as Zaman is he's making the potion, and he thinks he has it, but he started to get a little bit frustrated. And then he hears a voice in the back of his mind that is saying, do this, do that, add a little bit more of this, add a little bit more of that. And once he hears that, he's able to get the hang of it.
Being said, as you hear the blessings and this sort of messages from her, eventually you hold up first health potion, the likes of your group. That said, you look up towards the sky, and from what seemed to be cloudy of the sorts, almost this sort of constant overcast that you guys had been experiencing in Jaded Dragon Valley. At this point in time, you've noticed as it's definitely cleared up a significant amount, where it's still clear skies, but it's also still shrouded with that Aurora Borealis from afar. The only thing plaguing a starry-filled night of peace. That said, Zaman, you have a health potion into your inventory. I don't know, unless you're trying to give it to somebody else, I will add it to your character.
He would probably give it to Zora, Gore, or Addy, just so they have a way to heal themselves outside of like relying on Korra or Zaman.
That said, you guys can just discuss how you want to hand, or who you want to hand that out to then.
I mean, Azora's right here, so Azora will take it.
Yeah, he'll give it to Azora then.
All right, potion of healing, inventory, and boom, there you go. You have a potion of healing now in your inventory when you check.
Copy.
So while that's all happening for a decent bit, Agni, Addy Dark, and Gore, what are you three doing off to the side?
I've first been struggling to get back into like Foundry, but
really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I might have to just completely restart, but it's cool for right now.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably see Agni looking quite exhausted, a little bit out of breath, but he would want to ask Gore for a favor if he would. He would probably walk over to Gore, limping a little bit. He'd say, Gore, a moment, if you will.
Of course, big one. What's wrong?
The bear you and Addy Dark recently killed. Can you harvest something from it for me?
Gore worked hard on that. Perhaps he already found what you're looking for. Gore would kind of pick up the little skin of the little pelt of the bear, kind of put it on his head.
Easy enough.
Unfortunately, I don't need the skin. Probably one of the more lesser parts of a bear. I need some of the fat, if you will.
Do you think Gore stays this lean-eating? I can get it for you though, big one.
I assume you don't just scarf down fat, which is why I'm hoping there's some left.
And Gore would show him since they were anything that he had from the bear, anything that was of good use to Agni in that moment, he'd definitely show him stocks they had around.
All right, easy enough. As this sort of happens, just a simple survival check with advantage. Either Gore or Agni, either of you can make it. Choice is yours. But this is basically to harvest specifically the fat, which you didn't do from last time. You mainly just got the meat and all that stuff. And it's been a long time ago. Or not stealth check, survival. 22. Yeah, nat 20. Yeah, Gore, you already harvesting this thing with Addy Dark. You know exactly where to find and exactly where to cut. And eventually you're able to sort of pass the likes of the fats from the bear to Agni for whatever he needs it to use it for.
And Gore kind of wants to make a bear head, but that's a whole different. You like, here, big one. What is this for anyway?
Ugh, this is a lot grosser than I thought it would be, but it's needed for some spells for the upcoming fight. Unfortunately, being out of materials, we have to use some raw materials in order for our magic.
Do what you must, big one. Gore will do more harvesting. He seems to be well at that. And he can kind of go try to fashion him a bear. That's what's going on right now.
Hannibal will probably mention and say, I do not know exactly how much time we have, but if for whatever strange reason they haven't attacked after we rest, there's a location that I know of, probably not too far from here. A forest of sort of Sakura nature. You can see if there's any supplies that way, or even maybe any other sort of creatures and such, but it's worth a shot.
I would say we probably have about a day at most, but even that would be a weird concept because time just seems to flow however it wants here.
How would you be sure that we would have a day?
I'm expecting this shadowy shield that is up there right now to last about a day, and afterwards there's nothing else.
Make a persuasion check, Agni. You have disadvantage.
I'm going to roll it in D&D Beyond, just because I'm still not in Foundry right now, but...
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
The disadvantage... I got a 13.
13. Also, wait, hold on one second. I need to do something as well. 13. Right. Well, we do not have a choice to argue, so we shall hope for the best and hope that we have another son. That said, who is taking first watch again?
Gore will watch. Gore has to make sure they're all right.
Alrighty.
Look, Gore would have looked a little bit too serious in that moment. He just really wanted to be protected.
Hannibal will probably yell out to Philo after seeing when he's sort of not doing anything for a moment and say, Philo, you should get your rest. You are essential and you are a spellcaster as well. You do not need as much rest as the others. So, that said, as this happens, you'll see as Hannibal begins to, if Gore is taking rest, if anybody else hasn't offered to watch with them, then he will probably just join them as well then. If that's the case. Eventually, after the likes of, oh, go ahead, Cora.
Agni did want to ask Hannibal something.
Okay. They're not gonna rest right now, but they're just getting ready in the processes of it, you know. But that said, Zaman, Azora, and Korra, you guys are eventually able to finish up, and you'll see as Philo will begin to slowly just sort of march over to the side, until anybody wants to talk to him, he will embed his feet into the ground, and immediately they will turn into sort of one singular mushroom stalk as he goes earthbound.
Azora did want to ask Philo a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, Philo, you are quite wise indeed. Perhaps the wisest amongst us all here. Ever since I've met Hannibal, he showed us the mark on his hand, and Zaman has theirs, and we all have ours. Can she see if Philo has one on his?
Yeah, he does not.
Okay. So she would say, I'm not sure if you've seen these things on others, but if you have, do you have any idea of how one can activate it, so to speak?
To be honest, it is all a foreign concept to me. When it comes to those marks, you're probably best off asking young Hannibal over there. Though he bears a different one, he still bears one. And he said he traveled with other individuals wielding a mark, if I am not mistaken.
But he said, who travels with one wielding a mark?
Hannibal.
He used to travel with one wielding a mark is what he meant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he, and from what you guys know, he seems to be the most knowledgeable about him, because he at least told Zaman, like, oh yeah, that thing can be manifested, right, and it can evolve, you know? So he's probably the best one to ask.
Alright, so then Azora will say, thank you, Philo. Perhaps I'll ask if perhaps he's seen one like this on somebody else in the past. And then she'll place a hand on his shoulder and just say, enjoy your rest.
Alright. We'll see as he begins to slowly put his staff to the ground and just KO lights out and starts snoring immediately. I would probably say while you're having that conversation, Agni, you'd probably be able to talk to Hannibal first, to be honest.
Hannibal, you seem to know this area quite well, correct?
Well enough, but I would say so.
During your time in this area, curious, have you seen any lizards around? Particularly red ones?
I think he knows something. Yes, but you are not going to like the answer. And it's more of a guesstimation, if anything.
As long as they're not in water, I'm sure I'll like the answer. Where?
Far from here. Probably in the opposite direction that you were traveling. There seems to be a jungle, not too far below the mountain and the waterfall. In the jungle, there are other bits of tropical creatures such as newts, salamanders, but also a handful of lizards, and even lizard folk, if I would assume. So.
About how far away would you say?
Too far to travel within to travel in the sense of, it wouldn't be safe. Who knows when you would get back? Do you understand what I mean?
Understandable, Hannibal. I'll trust your knowledge of the forest. Thank you.
He'll nod. Eventually, Azora, you arrive to Hannibal.
Yeah, and she'll say, Hannibal, just a quick question for you. Well, perhaps this may take a bit longer, but this mark, and she shows her poem and everything. When you was with the others traveling to get that weapon, did you see anybody else with this mark in your travels?
He'll look you up and down and then... Perhaps, but let us talk in private. You may.
Okay.
Alright. That said, he will walk over off to the side over here. And, oh boy. Azura, can you please join the Secrets channel for me?
Alright.
Alright. Also, I'll have to do an announcement on there. Here we go. Alright, overlay's gonna be fucked, y'all, but deal with it. Hello?
Yep, I can hear you.
Alright, any players that do not have the purple mark upon their hand, mute the stream. And I will tell you when you can unmute. Alright. You'll see as Hannibal begins to speak and say, well, pretty much first starting, Azura, a question. How long have you well, if you remember, how long have you traveled with Agni?
I've been with Agni since we were first, and she starts to think because she technically don't know the answer to that, but to her it would seem like Agni's she's someone she's known the longest. Essentially, so she'll say, I've been traveling with him for at least quite some time, so far as my memory could expand back.
And how much do you trust him?
We've fought side by side many times, and he's always had my back covered, and I've always had his, so I'd say he's a well-trusted ally.
He'll look to the palm of your hand, look towards his, and then look over towards the likes of Agni. If you asked if other individuals wielded the marks that we did, or that you do, the answer is yes, but in whatever sort of mission or reason why we were placed here, how we got here, we were ultimately unsuccessful. I could assume so, assuming that I do not remember most of them, if any of them at all. But one thing that I do remember was the wielder, Black Star, one day at least, if I remember right. We approached back into our campsite, and we saw them with a blade embedded into the back of the person who wielded yours. I do not know if that has anything to do with just the person, but with strange happenings like this, with this sort of thing writhing in shadow and more, I do not know if it is because I am foolish and naive why I do not trust Agni, or if it is because of their devilish nature. I am not sure. But I do ask you to proceed with caution around him. That is all the information that I could probably provide when it comes to that one. And they'll point to the mark again.
And so essentially the person, so he found a blade in the back of this person with the mark like mine.
He basically said that whoever wielded the Black Star, when he was sort of, quote unquote, surviving and doing his own thing, and his mark was activated and he could use it and all that stuff. He saw the person with the black mark stabbing the person with the purple mark in the back, killing them.
Okay.
And they also acted very suspicious, in a way of, you know, similar to not Agni, but just in general, like weird shit was happening, and they seemed to, he maybe thought that they were the cause of it. So he's pretty much say, hey, yo, just in case, be careful, you know, be careful.
So she'll say, you said you was each of the marks you saw do different things. Like he said his was one he could communicate with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In your party, do you know what the purple mark did?
Again, it was not for long that we lasted, so I am unsure. But
Understood. Good.
take this information and do what you will with it. I shall return before the others get too suspicious.
She nods.
That said, he will walk over and start checking on Philo. But that said, you may join the other chat.
All right.
No to Tom
Yes.
Brady.
Nigga, you wildin', bro. Nigga, hell yeah, I want it
In the
all.
moment, I don't think I would.
1 second. Hold up. There
$1 million.
you go. Yo.
Yeah, but
Come on.
did he know that? Oh, so
Nigga, it don't even.
We're
It's bro.
back. We're back.
Oh.
We're back.
You're good, you're good.
Somebody just got a mark on their account. Someone
Oh, good evening. Good evening. You have returned to the chat.
Oh, man.
Greetings. Cordial greetings to our GM and fellow mates.
Oh,
day,
my
sir.
God.
Hello.
My good man.
Hello, good sirs.
Hello.
Oh,
he
man.
incriminated you and yours.
All right.
I wish nothing more than bountiful peace and long life for you, your descendants, and many more to come.
I see. Oh, man. That said, Animal Games will go over there. Zora, you can do your own thing. But while that's all happening, Addy, Dark, Cora, and, well, I would probably say Zaman. What are you three doing?
Zaman is trying to talk to Mao. He goes up to Mao. He says, Mao, you seem to be quite capable when it comes to metals and mechanical devices.
I think I am.
Have you ran into any of these mechanical animals?
Here. He hasn't been, not like the most sort of thing, but he'll make a history check. I saw one in passing, but I didn't really interact with it. It was strange.
I agree. I'm curious with my abilities to manipulate metal. Logically, do you think I will be able to control them?
I mean, I haven't really interacted with one. I just sort of saw it from afar. Wait, are those things not normal?
I am not used to seeing them.
I thought all the people on the ground would have been used to them. I just assumed that they were a thing that, well, all you guys dealt with. They weren't up in the
No.
tree, I'll tell you that much.
Most of our animals are typically made of flesh and blood. These were mechanical and metallic in nature. It was very strange. I only saw it one other time.
Interesting. Well, I mean, only way to figure it out is if you try it yourself. But and be careful. We can't really go about risking things. And I'll be honest with you, Zaman. You seem like a friendly fellow. So I think I owe you at least to be honest. If you end up dying doing something, well, I won't be able to really have any other leads to find Lika. So, please, your life matters. What I'm trying to say.
Well, thank you, Mao. I appreciate that. I will exhibit additional caution going forward. I would like your assistance with another matter though.
Hmm.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I am able to create mm, spikes in the ground, like metal spikes in the ground, but I'm not sure. I don't think I have the material to do so.
Hmm.
I need like maybe some metal pieces to potentially sharpen them to a point to make these metal spikes. And I believe once I have enough of them, I can like recreate them directly out of the ground and even make them invisible to people who are otherwise aware.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We ain't really got any materials right now, so that'd probably be your best bet. Probably need to go sort of hunting and scavenging when we get the chance. But I mean, I don't really know. Your magic, and he's kind of unsure of himself with that answer, is a lot stranger than what I do. I just kind of make inventions that replicate magic, but yours is kind of like the use of metal, but in a strange mineralistic way. It doesn't really make much sense to me. I haven't looked too far into it.
It is very foreign to me as well. It is very different than how I previously used to manipulate magic. It's like I am one with the metal.
Well,
and the minerals.
Well, I could see why you'd try to want to manipulate it with the animals and see what would happen. It's worth a shot, but we should probably try to figure out and sort of start theorizing, well, in the morning or whenever everybody gets a rest.
I agree. We can continue this conversation in the morning.
Right. That said, that's happening over there. Gore, Addy Dark, or Cora, what are you three doing?
Question. Did Cora hear the conversation that they had?
Make a perception check, Cora. I mean, they weren't really hiding it, so it's not that hard of a DC. 13. Yeah, you'd probably be able to hear it.
Okay. I heard the name then. Cool. And then can I pick this up and move it?
Keep in mind, that thing is like big shambles. The only one that's like still standing that you didn't hit is this one.
Oh, can I pick this up and move it?
Yeah, sure. Where do you want to move it?
So she's gonna move it to like over here.
I'll just where? Gotcha. All right, we're gonna move that over here, and we're gonna move you as well. I said you pick up this sort of miniature sort of test dummy that Mal constructed for you. What would you like to do?
And she's just gonna go back to practicing, like basically working on what Mal has taught her, and yeah, that's what she's gonna do.
Enough. Also on that note, Cora, as you're sort of doing this, if you actually double click on your token and go to features, so it's like action, spellbook, inventory, but then features, you will see the two abilities that you've gained. They have names now. So the first one being divine consumption and the second one being divine conversion. Basically, if you use one, then it also uses the other. It's a choice. But you can sort of read all that, but everything works for you through token wise and all that.
Okay.
Core, you begin to start practicing away, using the lights of the kabooboo, as some would call it, striking towards this test dummy, honing your skills. All right, Addy Dark or Gore, is anything you two doing? Actually, Addy Dark, I think they left so they can join into what do you call it? PC. Gore, you doing anything, or are you getting ready to go to bed?
No. Well, Gore
Oh,
was gonna
you're
take
you're keeping watch. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, the only thing is he would say something to we're drawing blanks. Since he had the right happened, he would just kind of follow up with him, try to figure stuff out on his own.
Enough. That is what Gore's doing. Addy Dark, when you were gone, I was basically asking, was there anything your character was doing before bedding down to rest, or nah?
I guess one question is, does anybody really know why this sphere came from or where it came from? I remember we like asked a little bit while I think it was like 20 minutes ago, but was there any details that actually came from that or no?
No. So I mean, you look up and about, no one seemed to have questioned it. You look around and it seems to be just writhing in shadows, just specifically around this area. Now, granted, it isn't a massive sort of radius. It's not like, oh, it's only around this sort of campsite. It's in a decent bit, so you can not have to worry about like, oh, if I go further into the forest, the creatures are going to just rush over and try to attack me. You know, there's plenty of space around you, but for whatever reason, it seemed to be targeted on this location and is preventing whatever those monsters in the sky are from attacking you now.
And then I guess those monsters of sorts, would Addy like know what those things are? I feel like that's another piece. Yeah.
100%. So you would know telltale signs of what these are, them giving it off. Any creature with like sort of blue or green, purplish light that's ever changing between those three colors, or very, very similar to an Aurora Borealis, those are trouble. Those are individuals known as the corruption. However, you know as a character to never say the word corruption, or bad things happen when you say it. So typically people get around that by calling them the starry ones or the astral ones or something of the sorts to refer to them as. But they are very, very dangerous because apparently whenever you fight them, either you lose allies, and you forget they even were your allies or who they were in the first place, or hell, you may even lose memories while fighting them. So, bad news.
Okay. I think the only thing in character is I would probably want to take first watch as well, mostly because I'm pretty amped up that I'm healed and I'm still pretty amped up about fighting in general, just seeing impending enemies. So just take me a little bit to go to bed,
All right. That said, if that's the case, if everybody has done everything they wanted to do before they rest, then Gore and Addy Dark, make your perception checks to keep watch. This is going to be the first one. Everybody will, if this goes successful without any hitches, you guys will gain a short rest, and we'll see what happens after that.
It's a perception check, right?
Yep, perception check. Oof. Oh no. That's a big one. Addy Dark, let's see if you can bring us home.
Eesh.
One moment, just the mouse life.
Gotcha.
And I'm still exhaustion 1. You said perception?
Oh no.
Wow.
That is 2 nat ones. Oh goodness.
Yeesh.
So, Gore, as you are sort of watching and whatnot,
I don't know why y'all let the two motherfuckers who actually fought somebody yesterday.
We all volunteered.
Yo,
Volunteer.
What do you mean?
We out here fighting bears, and spiders, each other. You don't let us stay up?
You've been like, yo, I'm exhausted. I need some rest. You're like, nah,
Exactly,
not
bro.
this.
What y'all been through?
I said, Gore and Addy Dark, as you kind of are watching and trying to like stay up, you find yourselves nodding, both of you actually, at a time, and at some point you sort of catch yourself and you wake up and try to see if, oh no, did anything get into the camp? But then you look around and it seems like, nothing sort of happened, you guys are fine. But you nod through the majority of your rest, unsure if anything got into the camp, and if anything got any information upon all of you. We'll have to see what happens about that later, but can only hope. Other than that, your watch goes by, as far as you guys are aware, uneventful. Everybody can gain the likes of a short rest, and you can roll your hit dice. That is going to be essential. Oh boy! All right, let's roll some hit dice for Hannibal.
Yikes! Well, wouldn't Hannibal be at full health? I think that damage was from our Clash of Dragons.
Yeah, he should be at minus 11 health, I think, because he took astral damage from earlier. They're just gonna take a little bit. All right. Yeah, it'll be good. All right, so that is his thing. We'll roll for Philo. If anybody, does anybody not remember how to roll for HP or anything like that? Alrighty.
I didn't roll any because I think I was already at full health.
Alrighty. 8 Mal. Philo gets a short rest. He's full health though. You guys did a good job of protecting him. All right, you guys are good to go. That said, Hannah or Philo will probably look up and say, seems to be that they have given us even more of a rest. Shall we rest longer, or should we awaken to press forward?
I think we should probably continue to rest. I think I only need a couple more hours.
Me as well, and then I can stay up.
Same.
Gore kind of nodded off already. Looked like he was trying to sit up and look responsible. He is knocked out.
Azor will stay up.
Alright, so Azor will keep watch for the second one. I'm volunteering for that. That said, who will also stay up with her, if anybody?
Can I use Hedgewick to stay up with Zora?
Sadly, well, you can. You just won't be able to really control them, and they won't be able to really communicate anything but to you, which is who is asleep. So.
Fair.
How long
That
has
makes
he been
sense.
summoned for?
Yeah, that is a great question.
I don't think
Here
Find
for like-
Familiar has a limit. I mean, if it does, I've never heard of that.
The druid one does.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's been for hours, so if it did have a time limit, yeah, he's gone until you resummon him.
All right, that's fine. He's supposed to be gone then.
I thought they just gained Find Familiar, and I was like, all right, cool. They just get a free spell.
Nah, there's on a limit.
Yeah, it's equal to like half my level or something like that. Number of hours equal to half my level, something along those lines. I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
so it's like an hour and a half. Yeah, regardless, they're been gone.
Yeah, half my level.
Oh, that said, Zor's keeping watch, and who is the second person? All right, Azora.
No,
Oh.
I'll be
She'll
second.
watch by herself.
I'll be second.
All right, Cora's gonna watch as well. All right, so Cora and Azora. As this watch is happening, make your perception checks. And let's see what goes. Azora, this is with sight, so you get advantage.
Yep. She is a tad distracted.
17 and 11. All right, that said, Cora and Azora, is there anything you talk about or say to one another during your rest? If not, we can move on to the next one.
Well, Zora's been like mostly looking at this mark on her palm. I mean, she's ever since Zaman ever first communicated through it, a while ago, she's been curious about it, but now it's like the one moment that we get to actually sit and rest. And she's like, I don't understand, like she's just trying to figure out how to turn it on, I guess, like how to do something with it. Like she's poking at it, she's rubbing her sword across it, like she's just doing all types of things to see how to get this thing to work.
Make an investigation check, Azora.
Yep.
Let me see if I can go find my notes, if it will actually pop up. 10. One moment. That said, while you're doing that, Cora, what are you doing while I'm trying to look for my notes?
She is still practicing. Still
Alright.
swinging the boo boo.
As it's pretty much almost automated sort of functionality at this point. Or sort of go like you turn your sort of visual sensories off for a brief moment for only about 45 minutes, and then you awake, your eyes begin to glow, and you're already back at it, just swinging forth, striking the training dummy, ready for a fight. That said, let me see if I can find a drink. Did this work? No. Alright, there we go. As you begin to sort of poke and prod at the sort of mark, it's only a 10, but you begin to look forward towards it, and you try to, almost similar to Zaman's mark, try to look through it, pierce through, trying to use even the likes of your oculi sight to see what it has in store. And you can swear up and down, if it wasn't for your being able to sort of read the sort of signatures amongst it, a normal person would probably say that there's nothing to it, it's just a simple or a simple design. You know there's something more within it, residing with it. Looking with the colors itself, it's an ever-shifting purple, and trying to make connections with it. Maybe it has something to do with the corruption, but it's probably just a red herring or a coincidence. Probably nothing. You can't really be sure. But that's all you get with the 10.
Okay.
But you at least know something's with this thing. It's just not apparent right now.
Copy.
That said, eventually as you guys go about your watch, it goes by uneventful. You guys are able to sort of sleep off for the next sort of 3 or watch out for the next 3 hours. Said Zaman, you are able to awaken and you are fully rested. Same thing, Cora, you would need to take another rest before you get a long rest in. But Philo will awaken as well, as he is fully rested in this case.
Wait, I'm long resting?
No, you are not, Cora. You have to take another rest if you want to take a long rest, and get all your spell slots back if you used any. But yeah, right now you are. You'd probably, well, you'd still need to get a long or take another rest anyways to, you know, power down for the full 4 hours. So you only power down for pretty much an hour, or maybe an hour and a half at the most.
Okay, so show long resting.
Easy peasy. All right. So eventually, Philo will just sort of tap the likes of Azora and say, "Yeah, let me take watch, please."
So she, mechanically speaking, she doesn't need a long rest. I don't have to roll for perception if I don't, you know, if that's, you know, whatever. But she just wants to stay up. Like I said, she's just really interested in this mark.
Sure. Yeah, you can just stay up if you want. You'll probably need to make a Constitution saving throw against exhaustion, but you can certainly try to stay up. All right. That said, Azora, you can make a Constitution saving throw for that exhaustion. Philo will make a perception check. Zaman, you can also make a perception check for the final rest and final watch.
Copy.
Whoa, and then oof.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that is enough.
Yikes. Has anybody got any inspo for Valley of Dreams?
Oh God.
Going once.
Going twice. It ain't happening.
I mean, Gore's got a plus. He got that 6. I didn't see what you rolled.
Inspo for what?
She rolled a 9.
It's either that or is Oregon exhausted.
Yeah, she can have my D4 that I had.
That is not gonna cut it.
So I need the D6.
And you need the D6, and you need to roll a 6.
Sheesh, I need a 15. All right. Oh God. All right. Yeah. So do you care, Gore?
Take that L, or you gonna take that roll? I mean, you gonna take that L, or you gonna take that roll?
I'd about to take the roll.
Cowabunga it is.
The big yikes.
4, that is not gonna cut it for a total of 13. You are exhausted.
She been telling the quick one to rest, boy. Don't listen to Gore. Been telling the quick one.
Oh
You
boy.
have been saying it.
What?
Yeah, it's been
The good news is you can make another investigation check, Azora. Oh man. Ah, God.
Can Zaman help her if he see her messing with her mark?
I mean, isn't it a disadvantage though?
Well, it'd be
Isn't it
before. It'd be
advantage
beforehand.
against
It'd be beforehand because this is what she's doing. She's doing this during the remainder of her watch, and then her doing this during the remainder makes her exhausted. You know what I mean? So all checks after this one is gonna be disadvantage. I guess you could, yeah. Zaman, realistically, I mean, what do you say to like Azora as you just sort of approach her as she's sort of messing with the mark?
Zaman would come over and say, "Well, Azora, the way I manifest my mark, I just started to call out to it and try to think about what I really wanted to do with it, who I wanted to communicate with, what I wanted to say, and then it kind of showed me the way."
Hearing that, she is going to think of the corruption.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh man.
it's not the day.
Some days it's just
said
not
anything.
It's one of those days you gotta stay. You gotta stay away from.
Yeah, some days you just gotta rest.
All I can
Yeah,
say
your heart
is
beating.
I'm glad I got this all out now and not during the fight.
Man, oh man. So here's what happens. As you, oh boy, do I have it? I don't think I do. Fuck. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna pull something up for you. Give me one moment, please. And this is sort of still a work in art, or this is still just placeholder art. So keep that in mind. Okay. So as you,
not the day.
so Azora, as you begin to try to think more and more about the corruption, you sort of going into this sort of mind palace state of trying to focus upon what it could be, what resides in it. You delve and delve as far as you possibly can to the deepest of your memories, but then something begins to ring true. And you see sort of almost visually this massive individual, massive creature, humanoid, whatever the hell they could be, made of this strange starry astral light, just looking at you. No face or no facial structure where you could maybe guess a mouth would be, but they sit there meditating, a devilish sort of astral figure. Again, work in progress, or placeholder art is what I meant to say. But you see this individual once more. That being said, as you begin to witness them in full, them sort of unmoving their eyes. Oh, no. Look in in-game constant chat in Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah, you're good. But as you see this individual appear
Papa.
before you, yeah, Papa? No, pop up. You see their eyes begin to shine, and then begin to start breathing heavily for a moment. You're unsuccessful in trying to figure out what the heck this thing means. Seems that you tried to dive too far into your memories, but you do gain one thing. You begin to remember. You all the way back in the plane of dreams, when you talked to the likes of Clothis, you and all your allies gaining the information of who was the devil that cursed you and the likes of your clan, and their name to be Ralrakar. That information becomes whole to you. So it's not all bad with the nat one.
But it's not. Yeah,
Not all bad, but but hey, Zora, make the highest saving throw you got.
Oh my gosh.
20 though now.
Bad day.
Bad day.
Yo, today is just not the day, man.
Hey man, we're getting all the rolls out right now. So could be bad, could be better. We'll see. I'll have to see and hope. You take 10 points of astral damage from the sort of memory, but you at least gain one, and you do not lose one.
Okay.
That said, your arm sort of courses with an astral light, but that is it all. You also receive a D4 inspiration die from chat, specifically Phoenix.
All right.
That said, eventually you all awaken, and you see the likes of Azora still sort of messing with the mark. And you look out towards the sky, and it seems to be whatever barrier that's preventing these creatures from walking in hasn't broken yet. And the creatures still sort of fly about and around, looking for other prey to feast upon. That said, you all gain the benefits of a long rest if you'd like to press so.
Well, I ran back here so fast to hit that long run.
Hit the digital dash. That said, as you all awaken, Hannah will begin to mention, say, oh, and also, Addy Dark, you are no longer exhausted. You've finally been able to get rid of the final level. Oh my boy.
Man. For the rest of the campaign, at least one person has always got to be exhausted now, man.
Now you can play D&D with like base, like just base now.
Yeah.
No, I pass my exhaustion on, bro. It just transfers, bro. There's no destroying the exhaustion. It only gets faster.
Matter. It can't be created or destroyed.
Mm-hmm. But
lives on.
As this is sort of said, Hannibal will mention and say, seems to be that the creatures were not able to pierce the barrier. As I mentioned before, we are low on supplies and resources. Our defenses are formidable for now, but we cannot enhance them further without any more. There is a forest, a Sakura one, not too far from here. But it would mean that we'd have to leave the base undefended, unless some people decided to stay behind. We could send a group of individuals out there to hunt and look for them, but it is a trek, so I do not know if we want to only send a couple or the entire force.
Whew.
Decisions.
I don't mind staying behind. I fear if I leave, something might happen to the camp.
If the big one takes care of it, Gore can go get more supplies. He seemed to be well at that, so...
Well, actually, hold up. Make a perception check. Hannibal would say, and you guys would also be able to know, but Hannibal would be the first one to say it because he knows a little bit of the land. From what I can tell, this sort of sphere seems to be big enough to at least maybe a portion of the force still being or residing in it. You could probably leave to it and be fine, if I was to guess. If it needs to be, I can stay behind and look for the defenses.
Azor would suggest to him that she would say, she's kind of holding her head, looking a little exhausted as she goes to lean up against this tent, and she says, I'll stay behind with Agni and we'll make sure the camp is safe. And she kind of just slouches down.
Gore would be like, how many times must rest?
And she looks over at you and she says, just one more time, Gore. Just one more.
That being said, out of game, so this, and also for the sake of brevity, if any of you want to go on this sort of hunting expedition to look for more supplies and maybe try to hunt some animals for food, You may now form your hunting party to do so. You have a total of, I believe, 9 individuals in this camp, including NPCs. The NPCs are all willing to stay behind or also go on the hunt with you. You can take as many or as many people as you want on the hunt, and you can leave as many people back here at camp. So as a group, you can decide who you're taking and who you're leaving behind, or if anybody at all.
I mean, as I mentioned, Agni's willing to stay because he does want to still talk with Mal about this cat that he has, as well as also provide some defenses for the camp. So, like, if Addy and Cora want to go, that's cool with me.
Zaman will go to scavenge for the materials that he needs for this potential new spell that he has. He was going to ask Mal to come with him because they had talked about this. If they ran into mechanical animals, the thing they were going to do. But if Agni needs to keep him behind, that's fine.
No, Agni's keeping Philo, not Mal, right?
No, I need Mal.
He needs Mal, yeah.
Oh, Mal. Okay, I'm sorry.
What he so far seems to be doing that.
What did you say?
Gore quality. That's the gore experience right there.
Gore doing what Gore can do best. He's gonna go out there and crush some shit.
All right, so Zaman and Gore's going.
Azor will say to you, Agni, me and Philo could look over the camp, and if we need any help, Philo, do you have a way to perhaps shoot something into the air, sort of like a signal?
I can call lightning again. Zan is gonna crackle with lightning.
I was hoping more of a cantrip.
He says that with a smile on his face. His old man's fucking crazy, guys.
She'll say, well, we'll send a signal. If you see it, you'll know that the camp needs assistance.
Cora would stay also at the camp.
I said, Cora, if you want to stay behind. So you'll be over here. Alright, so I have Zaman and Gore who want to go on the hunt to possibly hunt down some animals and kill some monsters or whatever may be out there. Agni and Cora are seeming as if they want to stay behind. Is that correct?
I think it was myself and Azura because she's exhausted.
Okay. Agni, Azora, and Cora. And then also Philo is staying behind. Okay, so far we have 2 people that are actually going on the hunt. Who else is going with them?
So you know I'm already out there.
All right, Addy Dark bringing us home. Addy Dark's going. We'll look towards the likes of, I think that's everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's everybody. If that's the case, then Hannibal will offer and say, I do not believe, well, I'm not sure of what is in that area. I suggest probably a larger force. And elect myself, but I think that we should probably add 1 more person to be safe. Even if this attack occurs, I don't believe. Well, actually, Actually, Hannibal wouldn't say that. He'll probably say, personally, if I was to choose, since I am unsure of what this nature is, I'd probably be in favor for everyone to come with, not be separated, just in case the attack did happen while we were gone. But if we were to split off just in case, I'd probably recommend the people that stay behind are capable of at least hiding out in the meantime. If that makes any sense.
Hiding is not my strong suit, so I'll come with.
Zaman was say, I believe the only one here who may be good at hiding is Gore. What is if we all go? I guess the biggest risk is that the camp may be destroyed by the time we come back, and all our defenses useless. But if not enough people stay behind, and we come back to a group of our companions slaughtered. So maybe it's best that we all go.
Works for me.
Zora asks, Hannibal, in your best guess, how long is the distance to the area?
Not too long. At most an hour's travel. We have everyone. Time will take long.
Yikes.
Or probably not an hour. I mean, it's still long, but probably like 45 minutes to be honest.
Azora definitely will believe at least someone should stay by the camp. Worst case scenario. Like maybe 2, so if there's 9 of us, 7 of y'all go, 2 stays behind is what she's thinking.
Your Cora will stay.
Are you, Azora, Cora? Are you good at making yourself unseen?
Well, Azora was said. Well, hearing what Hannibal said, Azora of course gotta come, but she still thinks like she's worried about the camp. So if Cora and Philo stay, that's better than nothing. So I mean, hearing Hannibal,
That's just a suggestion. You can ignore him or whatever. He's just throwing it out there.
Bro, Cowabunga, bro. She's with the smoke.
Oh man.
Zaman would reiterate and say, once again, if we don't leave enough people behind, we risk, if something does happen, the people we left behind perishing.
Well,
It's
here,
not if we all go.
I can make this simple. I should be able to hold out for the likes of Mao and Philo by my own. I'd assume. Well, at least if there was anyone to stand behind, it'd probably be best for either me or Philo. Cora, I saw you training earlier. You seem antsy for to swing. Are you sure you do not want to go on this sort of hunting expedition? To put those skills to the test.
Cora, she would definitely she wouldn't want to leave the camp, but like just with just those two. So she, as much as she would want to go to hunt, she'll stay at the camp.
Say that again, because I don't understand that.
She will stay at the camp, just as a safety precaution, in case.
Oh,
things
Hannibal's
do
saying
pop up.
like, if him, Mao, and Philo are here, they'll be able to hold he's very, very confident in himself that he'll be able to hold the camp with those 3. For you all to go do what you do.
Who's the third person?
So Hannibal, Mao, and Philo would stay,
Oh,
and then the rest
shit.
of you, pretty much all the players, would just go do whatever this hunt is.
Okay.
I guess we're doing it live.
Cowabunga.
All right.
We're back. The camp slaughtered.
I thought I could hold out. I was wrong.
Like, Sensei, for sake of brevity, could I like leave the broken cat with Mao and see if he can do anything about it while we're
Yeah.
gone?
Yeah, easy enough. You just sort of tell him to pretty much, hey, can you check this out, see if you can fix it up? And Mao will graciously he'll be more than excited to try to fix something up.
Yeah, he's free to tinker with it, or put a flamethrower on it. One or the other. Either or.
Do you
Just
ask
saying.
him to put a flamethrower on it?
I'm telling him to do whatever his heart desires to this thing, because Agni, at this moment, has no attachment to it.
Okay. He will say, I'll see what I can do. And he gets a little sort of spark in his eye to signify flame. But that said,
Flamethrowing cat. I
Or
love
just put a gun on it. Who knows? Who knows?
oh man. That said, For the sake of it, the party begins to travel amongst with one another as Hannibal gives out the directions to where this strange forest could possibly be. And as you continue forth, it's a long trek, but eventually the snow actually stops for a brief moment before again then picking back up. You all feel cold, but for the most part, you all are dressed in either fairly warm clothing besides Gore and really Agni, but Agni kind of is almost always kind of warm. But you guys are able to push on through. One moment, please. I'm gonna try to get this. And you all eventually find the likes of this area. Hopefully this works out. I think so. Oop. All right. As you travel along, you find the likes of this, or going past this sort of river, as Hannibal sort of mentions. You see up ahead this beautiful sort of sakura forest with multiple sort of leaves and trees. It seems to be, strangely enough, that despite it being clearly winter time, that these, or the leaves above, they seem to remain regardless. Probably something amongst the nature due to the likes of the weird and strange, or strangeness of Voden. But regardless, they stand tall, and you see as there is several bits of structures to try to check out and explore. But everybody, real quick, make a perception check. (11, 22, 18, 7).
Today is not her day.
Nat 20. Oh man. Oh yeah, you got to make those with disadvantage. Oh wait, no, you made it with straight roll because sight. Yeah. So Addy Dark with a 22, Zaman with a 22, Gore with an 18, and Cora with a 14. You would see off to the side as there are two massive creatures seeming to be sort of resting beside one another. You look over and one, you're able to easily recognize as they lay there, multiple bits of fur, massive claws, and the likes of a bear.
Ooh,
But
food stock.
Yeah.
So some see allies, some see food stock.
You see that, but then I don't know about this one off to the side. You look over and Addy Dark, your eyes go wide for a moment as this is though you seeing these sort of strange wolves from in the past, you've never seen a creature of this amount or this size and of this sort of detail. Zaman, your eyes also go wide as well as you see the likes of a strange sort of may or would be bear-like creature, however not made of flesh and fur, but instead fire within, but in mechanical gears ever turning and more as they rest beside this strange or the other bear-like creature, almost in unison, not attacking one another, but sort of resting beside. You guys all see this individual. If I could, I can't show the full art. Damn it. Unless there's a way. Well, I'll post it in in-game content chat, and you guys can see it that way. But you see this individual.
Oh boy.
Ooh, soul coins and material stock.
There you go. Now you're thinking. Where is this thing's art? And downloads. I will find it in a moment. For some reason I can't see it, but oh, here it is. If you guys look in in-game content chat, that's basically what you see.
Looking like a snack.
Definitely not trying to kill you, or definitely would never kill you.
Look like he wants to snack on us.
Yo, is that a weak spot to see right there? Nice.
I'm gonna tell you right now. This is looking like Shredder.
Oh man.
Zaman sees opportunity. That's what he sees.
That said, what would you guys all like to say, and what would you all like to do?
Hey, so Addy, you only saw two of them, right?
Zaman would say, "Look over there. There seems to be a bear and what looks to be a mechanical twin. I have a theory that maybe I can control the mechanical one. We should likely take them out, but let me, before we kill the mechanical one, let me see if I could manipulate it or try to control it, maybe even befriend it."
What would a Warforged know about befriending? These beasts will be slayed. And most of all, the abomination Forge over there, dishonoring bears, centuries after century, will be the first to die. And I will look for a way to cross this water because I know how we feel about water.
Mom will look at Addy Dark.
I see them rocks. I'm trying to hop over them rocks downstream.
You can move your character over if you want. But you may also want to make a stealth check if you're going to do so.
Gore was already going to make that stealth check. And Gore will be like, "It looks like more bear food to me." And stealth check.
Did these look like the same bears that we saw Hannibal fighting?
This bear over here probably. Probably a little bigger than what he. Actually, no, it's a little bigger than what he dealt with, for sure. He fought just a simple sort of brown bear. This is something else. This one was eating his vegetables. This one, hell no. You have never seen anything like this in your life. The closest thing that anybody from Sands of Sin could make a comparison to was like the sort of mechanical spiders. And or also anybody played in Valley of Dreams, obviously being the mechanical wolves.
Yeah. Assuming this, all the water works the same in Jaded Valley Dragon, she's going to suggest, well, if we're going to cross, we need to find a way to get Agni across without touching the water.
He said, Zaman would say, "Those rocks over there seems like the easiest path."
If our plan is just to kill these beasts, why not make them come?
That is a better idea.
That makes sense. But do you think they will actually cross the water?
Well, if knowledge serves me correctly, bears can't attack us from far away, so they'll have no choice.
If provoked, they will come over.
First things first. Can Gore check this stuff right here?
Sure thing. Hold on one second. Boom, boom, boom. I had to just add a couple things. All right. So Gore, with your 16, you're able to sort of fly off to the side. Addy Dark, assuming that you were the only two that were sort of flying by, you're able to at least make up for it with the group check, but you do sort of stop for a brief moment, Addy, and just begin to hide into the woods or hide into this sort of bushes to sort of hide from sight. As the creatures seem to be resting, but they begin to sort of almost shift and move a little bit and look around, but not really seeing anything, and they're sort of sleep, or their little hazy sleep, and they continue going back to rest. This other creature off to the side doesn't seem to wake at all, though.
Like the meta one is like is sleep.
As far as you are aware, Zora, yes. Everybody else, maybe not. It's just not moving at the moment.
Okay. So,
first Gore.
Go ahead.
Good. Say Gore would check this stuff right here before he starts making decisions.
All right, making it investigation check, Gore. This is just for the surrounding area. 11. So you not only see like just a bit of materials and crates off to the side over here that it's probably too risky for you to go over there right now. But besides that, you do see this sign saying, like just like on the map, saying "I'll find you," but it's also coursing with an astral light. Blue, greens, and purples sort of writhing amongst it. and seems kind of frozen over a little bit as well.
Okay. Can Gore go ahead and do what he does and burn that detect good and evil?
Sure thing. Detect good and evil. Here's what you get the sense of. Good and evil has a, it's just like a pulse thing. Like you just see everything around you for the brief moment, but it leaves, right? Or no, it's 10 minutes. What's that one thing I was thinking of? That good and evil. Okay. Blah blah blah. Within 30 feet of you. Okay. You get a huge celestial and obviously an astral sort of vibe from this sign of the of course. You also up and above you would feel again more and more of an astral celestial presence around. Off to the side, I mean, just where you stand right now, it doesn't seem to be much of anything. But make a perception check as well, Gore.
Got you.
One. Okay.
Damn, boy. Today ain't the day.
All right. So, Gore, that's what you're doing over here, unless you're trying to quickly go do something again.
Nah, like he said, he would probably try to, and he'd slowly make his way, like he'd stealth his way around. And you said he felt it coming from the north.
No. You felt the presence coming from the sign itself, and then just above.
Oh, okay.
Like literally on top of you, like from the sky, you know.
Got you. Copy.
All right. If you're trying to move further, make another stealth check. And while that's happening, what are the rest of you guys doing off to the other side of the river?
The mon is, I guess, is gonna say, let's let's move forward and I guess try to get their attention.
The closer we get, can we see like any weaponry on the metal one? Like, I guess I don't know. Can we do like a martial check or something to see?
You sure can, but before you do anything, I need you three to make some stealth checks for me as you approach closer. Addy Dark already made their stealth check, so they're good to go. Agni stays in the back, where they were.
Quiet robot.
What is it? For disadvantage, is shift or control? I can't remember.
Control. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
I'd like to move. It's just as soon as I got the map loaded in Foundry, it moved to this map, and then.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, just make a stealth check, and stuff like that.
Yeah, you just see Azora walking.
Oh no, you are lucky. This is a group check.
Azora,
to be right there with you.
Quiet.
She said, "Oh," and then she like puts her head down.
Apparently the robots are silent, bro. Silent.
Core, you begin to dash over off to the side, hiding.
I hate this. I got a nat 20. I have a -1.
Oh no, wait, that means you know what that means, Agni.
It's still funny. I got a nat 20 on stealth. It's still funny to me.
Nah, Agni, you know what that means, right? You're an amnesiac.
Yep.
Oh man.
Makes no sense.
Lars Portal is proficient at
I have an 8 dexterity.
So, Agni, as you begin to
yeah, please tell me how Agni was stealthy in the past.
Yes, I see. So, Agni, as you begin to sort of try to get lower to the ground and try to conceal as much as you possibly can of your sort of position, you begin to almost have a flashback before you. As though you were sort of a tactician, a sort of war chief and a leader, you would know oftentimes that sometimes landing or leading with a preemptive assault, taking individuals by the likes of surprise, were often sometimes the most suitable strategy for war and battle. You yourself, not being the most stealthy of individuals, you at least knew of the tactics that and these sort of strategies needed to sort of remain silent. Though in practice, yourself not being the greatest at them. But recalling about that little bit of memory and knowledge, it's at least able to assist you here. And that's why you get proficiency in stealth. Congratulations, buddy.
Good comedy.
Hey, come on, man! You don't want like the stealth turtle just coming up to you with the scythe saying
I'm
"Cowabunga."
gonna get all the decks. Watch. I'm gonna get all the decks once.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
That said, you guys are able to make up for Zora. You guys are off to the side. Is there anything else you'd like to do while you're? Oh, you said you want to check to see like a martial check on the or intuition check on the bear, right?
Yep. See if the martial check to kind of see what the hell we're dealing with over here.
All right, wisdom check with disadvantage because you're exhausted. Ugh. Oh, you do get expertise because you're a fighter, but we'll see if it's able to be enough. 4 to 4, so 4 plus your proficiency bonus twice is 8. So nah, it's just barely below the DC.
I'm gonna use that D4 I got.
All right, roll hot.
Today is
Yeah.
the day.
No.
Wasting die, boy. Just wasting
Oh
die.
my god.
Today is not the day.
1 below the DC is not gonna cut it, my friend. But they definitely seem dangerous, and they seem capable of different things than the normal bear at the least. So there is that.
Azor will say, these bears are quite different. They're not even the same as the one Hannibal fought. Especially that one there. I get the sense that with its alterations, sort of like the metal wolves we fought, that one probably is capable of mass carnage.
Yo, you want to hear something crazy? Random side note, yo, I completely misread Cave Bear as Care Bear. I was like, yo, if did he actually label this as Care Bear?
I mean,
You get scared, boy.
we'll see what happens if it's still a Care Bear in combat.
While Gora's getting his hunt on. He's kind of trying to figure out if he could prove himself a little bit more again after that whole incident that just happened not too long ago, and he wants to see if he can look and see if there's a body the hell out of this bear, real quick, or if anything looks even familiar. Spiders on this on the mech bear.
Make a I'd probably say honestly make a intuition check. So you're going to make a intelligence check, and we're going to add your expertise.
Okay. Ability check.
15 plus 4 will be a total of 19. So weak points, not really many weak points per se, but you look towards and start studying its form as fast as you possibly can. And it's more you realize things that you probably shouldn't try on this. You look over and you see it sort of brewing with fire, so it's just like, probably don't want to use fire damage or like any fire related spells on that one. It probably won't do much of anything to it. Also the fact that it's, robotic in nature, poison probably won't be the greatest of things at either, or any sort of poisons or disease types spells. So you're able to at least gain that. You're not entirely sure whether this would be a would do anything, but I mean, you could always certainly try or mention it to the others if you want. Maybe cold, because when there's fire, maybe the opposite is ice, or maybe that has something rings true here, but you're not entirely confident with that one or that last part.
Okay. I guess the last thing is Goro would try to make one more round and zip across to this thing right here.
All right, make a stealth check.
All right.
13, you believe yourself to be hidden and you fly off to the side, but while you're doing that, what's happening over to the south?
I guess Zaman would say to Agni, how do you propose we get them over here?
Well, two things are going to happen. Either they're going to come over here, or Gore is going to alert them, and we're going to have to save Gore. Both options are fine with me right now.
Seem like option A may be a little bit more favorable. Because who knows if we can get the door in time if option B happens.
That is what I would prefer as well, as I prefer not to cross this river.
With that said, Zaman would just call out to the bears and say,
Wow.
"Hello."
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Whoa, like, really?
Hold on a
Really?
second.
Really?
Bro,
Right.
we just had a
Yelling
whole
at bears?
conversation. We had a whole conversation. Bro,
Just
y'all,
yelling
y'all,
at bears?
y'all was staring right there where I talked to Agni about the whole conversation. Where was
this
the
man
commentary?
started
Well,
here?
Addy
yelling
Dark,
at
you would have at
bears
least a chance to, like, you
river.
see as Zaman is getting ready to stand up and he's getting ready to start shouting.
I-
Addy Dark, you
the
can
minute-
quickly try to stop him.
I immediately jump and I say, "Let a warrior lead this. We'll just lure them over the old-fashioned way." And I'm going to attempt to cross the river by jumping on this rock and then jumping across.
All right, easy enough. You don't have to make an athletics check or anything like that. You're good to go. You have enough strength to dig or justify it. But are
and
you
then
trying to
when I
be
go-
stealthy about it, or are you just charging in?
No, I'm charging in because this is
Okay.
a lure.
All right. That said, you jump, or you see as Addy Dark begins to jump forth, jumping off of the rock and then jumping onto this or the other side. As you begin to charge forth, what do you do, Addy Dark?
I mean, is this bear so massive that I couldn't pick it up?
You could grapple it. You can maybe try to drag it, but it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and toss this bear into the river.
All right. That being said, oh boy, if that's the case, stop right there, Addy Dark. Because we're gonna count this as a surprise round, for now. But a lot of things are about to happen at the exact same time. So, I think first off, I think first things first, we can start with what you're trying to do. But let's get this going real quick. Oh goodness, here we go.
I guess would it be better to try and shove a bear or grapple a bear?
Every time someone says Gore is going to do something to cause some shit to happen, to be like, no, let's save Gore. Every time someone says Gore's name in any bad context,
We're gonna
that just
I don't know how this is better than what Zaman was about to do. You literally ran over there by yourself and punched him.
All right, so
It's
we're gonna
honorable.
handle this
It's
one at a
honorable.
time. One at a time. So, first things first, I'm assuming that Addy Dark's gonna take the surprise round for you guys, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Addy Dark, if you
well, let me ask you a question. By all
you cut out
Gore
entirely.
extra stealthing around the back. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Considering that Gore was extra flanking and stealthy for the back, would Gore be able to make any type of helpful attack from back there or anything? Like, let me just say,
Nah. So typically in D&D, yeah, sure, everybody would get a surprise round and all that stuff, but the way we have it, the homebrew mechanic for Soulbound and Voden is you get to choose one person that takes their surprise round, and after that, everybody goes into initiative as usual.
Copy. Cowabunga it is.
Cowabunga it is. Boy, there's gonna be a lot happening. All right, Addy Dark. Are you, when you're rushing over to the bear, are you raging and then throwing him in, or are you just throwing him in now? You're muted if you're speaking.
You're correct. That was a hardcore mute. Yeah, I'll rage first, of course.
All right, so if that's the case, you can try to grab the bear and toss them into the water, but you can do so with advantage, as you have advantage on strength checks when you are raging. So make an athletics check with advantage. Oh boy. He will make an athletics check to retaliate. You got to beat a 9. Oh no, this bear about to get tossed.
Oh, we tossing bears.
We tossing bears now. That said,
Tossing bears.
Addy Dark, you rush over and unleash your sort of primal rage. Actually, as you do this, which element do you choose? Just so we can mark this down real quick.
Fire.
Fire, all right. As this happens, you reach over and you see as the sort of tribal markings and tattoos begin to glow aflame as you enter your sort of fiery animalistic state. You grab the bear, hoisting them up with all the bit of strength that you can possibly muster, channeling the might of your ancestors and more. As you toss the bear with great power off to the side as they begin to start tumbling over into the likes of the water, scrounging about trying to sort of keep themselves onto the likes of the ledge, hanging barely off. That said, you're able to toss them a total of 15 feet away, insane amount of strength and distance. That said, that is your action. You have used your bonus action. You have a little bit of movement as you sit there and you look towards the likes of the sort of mechanical bear, rise up and begin to immediately roar out in a fury. Flames begin to sort of brew amongst its entire form.
I'm just looking at my movement. 1 second.
You have 30 feet. No, I see what you mean.
Yeah. What is this? What is 30 feet? Where is Gore? Why don't I see him?
He is hidden.
Gore's in the cut.
He's in.
He is hidden as a motherfucker.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It doesn't matter which one I'm facing, right?
No.
Go. I'm just gonna move next to the big brown bear for now.
You got it. That said, as that is your surprise round, now all of this begins to happen. So what Gore you would have saw with your perception check if you would have not failed it earlier with a natural 1, you would all begin to see as the area around you begins to start slowly coursing with an astral light. A same sort of strange mist from before begins to go amongst you. However, it seems to be different in nature. Though the same likes of it being blues and greens and purples, you look over forth, oh boy, and you begin to see or feel as if the area begins to grow colder and colder. One moment, please. Let me get you guys and represent what you guys see here. 25. And you would also see this and the fog around you. I think right here and 55. Oh goodness, here we go. As the entire area shifts and changes around you, you look over and you almost begin to grow worried. You know what's to come next. Gore, you probably being the first one to see it as you're the closest, but you look off to the north and you hear bits of sort of cackling and sort of howling off in the distance before you just hear the likes in your mind. Don't run. As this happens, you look over and almost sprinting off in the woods, an individual. They seem to be almost or adorned with sort of tribal-like outfit or tribal-like attire, sprinting off for their very life, sort of pushing through the likes of the bushes and the trees and more, scrambling about before they nearly trip and fall and drop onto the ground as you see this individual from afar, just sprinting for their life at this point. And you see behind them more and more of this sort of astral army of creatures, of almost these hyena-looking humanoids approaching and chasing after them. As they all surround the area, it seems to be as he tries to rush over to the northern side, kind of towards the east, before he's blocked off and cut off by these individuals over here. As this happens, you look forth, and Gore and Addy Dark, you would see as there is a final enemy slowly approaching the likes of them, as they hold their hand up, and they seem to order their command. Addy Dark, you make a perception check with advantage for me real quick. Addy Dark, hello. If you're, oh yeah, also if you're talking, you're muted again.
I do apologize. I do apologize.
No, you're good.
I'm back. I need to roll initiation. Is that what's going on?
You need to roll a perception check with advantage, real quick.
Oh, okay.
16. You look over as all of these sort of strange astral creatures around you begin to slowly start forming as they try to close in on this sort of almost strange lizard folk individual. But you see this individual over here and you begin to laser focus on them as they're sort of coated with this strange blood amongst them, their eyes glowing this strange red. You've seen creatures like this before. This is a true creature of the night. You're able to identify them as the likes of a vampire, but you alone. As they lead the charge with more of these sort of strange hyena-looking creatures, your souls are shackled, and the time for battle is now. Everyone, it's time to roll for initiative. Oh boy.
It got really real, really fast, boy.
Oh,
It got really real, really fast.
Yeah, a simple scouting mission. Grab some supplies, quick mission, in and out 15 minutes tops.
Oh man. I said remove combatant, he is not here. That is everybody.
Hey, it was bound to happen. Be like that.
Oh no, we got 2 nat ones.
No, we got 3.
We got 3?
Yeah, I got a 0.
Jesus.
This is
Oh no.
This
Hey,
is
I'm
bad.
safe over the river. I don't know what you're talking
Same.
about. I'm about to go back home.
Yikes. Oh
Nothing's
god.
stopping us from leaving right now.
Feast and famine. That's what we on right now, huh?
Oh,
Wow,
we're
there's a
gonna,
lot of
Yeah.
creatures here.
we're gonna
lot of
figure this out in a minute.
Yeah, maybe you should have looked before, hopping over.
These are a lot of
Alpha Wave
creatures.
Tackle the bear.
Oh, these
First
are
and
a
foremost,
lot
I-
of people that are going before you. These
Yeah,
are a
this is a
lot of
lot of-
people.
I hope they group up all in front of you. Nice in front of you.
Yep.
It's gonna make my life easy.
Oh boy, this is gonna be something. All right, well, that said, Empire's turn. Here we go. All right, this individual is going to start charging, or actually, they'll probably just hold their action and wait. That will be their turn. Azora, you receive initiative as you look over off to the side, and more of these sort of corrupted individuals begin to swarm. But also the likes of the bear, Addy Dark is thrown into the water, has been tossed to your side. What would you like to do?
Is this a fight where martial checks are needed?
You can make them, but they're not really needed. You know what I mean?
Okay. She looking around. She's curious. What is the most dangerous thing here?
Make a yeah. You can make an intuition check if you want to see who's probably the most dangerous and powerful individual.
Intuition. What was that again?
This for you is wisdom, and then you're gonna add
yeah.
bonuses afterwards. So 13 plus, oh wait, no, we take the 5, so 5 plus 4. Nah, it's not gonna be enough. All you know is there's an individual leading an army, and now there's a giant mechanical bear that's pissed off, so.
Simple fact.
Agni. I mean, Zora will say that Agni and Zaman, since you two are the closest, perhaps we can change the tide of fate here and get the bears to fight against the other things.
Might
Zaman
be a
will
bit
say-
hard with one in the water and him in front of the other.
Well, if we could get the thing running away there to come closer to us, perhaps those things will engage with the bear. And that.
Sense.
Go ahead.
Zaman to say, I agree. I have a feeling that I might be able to tame the mechanical bear.
I don't know if this is the time for tricks.
Okay. So not much options she has right now. So I think she's gonna take this turn to, let's say, move here. 5, 10, 15. She goes there, then she could go 5, 10, 15, 20.
What's your strength modifier?
Well, she's not jumping yet.
Oh,
She's
18, yeah,
going
you're
to take
good.
Yeah, she's gonna take the dodge action to kind of she pretty much she's observing, like she wants to see everything that happens, so she's just gonna take the dodge action right here.
Alrighty. That said, that is your turn as you begin to dodge. Alright, it's time for the army's turn. Oh boy, here we go. First things first, this individual is going to use the dash action, and he's going to dash over and through to about here. And that is his turn. Alright, Addy Dark, you receive initiative. After that, it's a bunch of Knoll Witherling's turns, and then Gore of the Meadows, you will go next. Addy Dark, as you receive initiative, what would you like to do?
What is this Trog? What is a Trog? Should I know what a Trog is?
Trog is, well, you see this individual to give you a better idea of what they look like. All right, boop a doop, and boom.
All right.
They seem to be the ones that were sprinting away from these sort of astral figures, and they're being attacked at the moment. They seem to be armed. They seem to have sort of tribal nature about them, but that's as much you're able to sort of figure out in the span of a couple of seconds while there's a big angry bear in front of you.
Okay. And then you said I noticed the true vampire.
Yeah.
Decisions. I am going to I'm gonna swing on this bear first because I've already, let's take care of one thing at a time. I'm gonna hit him with an uppercut and a little side kick here.
All right. You bring forth and use channel the fire within your fist and strike true. Make an attack or make 2 attack rolls towards the individual. First one with the punch, second one with the kick. Oof. 7 will miss, but a 21 will hit as you crack with or towards the creature. Wait, hold on. It rolled a 1 plus 4. It didn't roll a d4. Hold on, let me fix that for you. Here, roll a d4 in the meantime while I fix this up.
Yeah.
I think you got to use unarmed fury is what it is. Let me check.
Oh, I have to actually click it. Oh, okay.
I'm not sure myself. Let me check. Nah. Okay. I'm just gonna rig your unarmed strike to. God damn it! It's doing the damn thing again. All right, this is gonna be annoying. There's something wrong with the module of the sorts where it's not letting me change and edit abilities. So here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna have you. It's gonna be annoying as shit. But I'll see if I can fix it while you're like other people's turns. But
Okay.
You're gonna have to roll a d4 after each attack. You know what I mean?
Okay. So 2 d4s for each attack, as well.
Mm-hmm. So just 1 d4 for the first attack. So you rolled a 1. You rolled plus your 4 plus your 2. So a total of 7 points of damage, I believe, unless I'm stupid. Yeah, 7 points of damage for the first strike towards the bear. All right. Let's.
That's definitely the punch.
And then we're gonna do spook. There we go. All right. That said, with the single punch, you strike the creature and you leave a sort of or a burnt mark into their fur. That is your action and bonus action. Is there anything else you want to do, Addy Dark?
I will. Can they hear me if I yell? Are they in shouting distance?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could probably do that.
Gotcha. I will then move this direction. Though I guess if I move past the bear, I guess can you see what direction I'm moving in right now?
Yeah, I can see it on my screen. So keep in mind, this individual will get an attack of opportunity. This one over here, the big mecha bear, he probably wouldn't.
Okay, so only this bear would get an attack of opportunity, while the mech bear would not.
Yes, correct.
Kind of with the mech bear. I would shout to the team that I was going to lure the bears towards the enemy, the true and only enemy, the enemy of the night. After those attacks.
All right. That said, Addy Dark sprints off, charging towards his sort of vampiric threats. That said, that's your action, your bonus action, your movement. Addy Dark, that is your turn. Oh boy, here we go. Also, let me make sure Elemental Fury doesn't have anything for fire. You gain resistance to fire and radiant damage. Let me add that to your character sheet as well. Because you never know when that may be relevant, especially the flaming bear. All right.
And then yeah, and I guess you said the brown bear gets an attack on me.
He will. I'm trying to move over to the side. I'm trying to rush, or not rush. I'm trying to get everything set up. There we go. All right, he's going to use the likes of his claw attack towards you and try to smite you down. A 15 will hit, dealing 10 points of damage. However, because you are raging, you only take a total of 5. That said, it claws you into the back, but you keep forth. Your resolve strong and focused on the destruction of that creature. Meanwhile, over here, this individual, he does not see Gore because you're still hidden, but he will rush over to the likes of him, and he will make an attack roll towards whoever the hell this guy is. He would do so with disadvantage as they were dodging, but that is that's going to be their turn. All right, so it's going to be, oh boy, and they have, oof, this is going to be rough. With disadvantage, it'll still hit, dealing 6 points of damage. They'll then make a club attack, which will miss with a 5. They bite down onto them, ripping a chunk of their sort of scale and flesh, just spits it off to the side. It's a red sort of nature flies over, but they are immediately trying to bludgeon with the club as they roll over out of the way. That is their turn. Next up is going to be this guy's. All right, he is going to dash over and keep surrounding them until they are, or until they can no longer be surrounded. All right, they're gonna make 2 attack rolls towards them. Control. 8 will miss. 7 will also miss as they're trying to rush around. They're kicking and fighting and clawing their way, or trying to claw their way out. But seems to be that the creatures are not successful in attacking them. All right, this individual is going to dash, and now they are fully surrounded, but that is their turn. This individual over here is going to rush over. They don't see the likes of Gore, so they will continue forth and charge towards the nearest individual and into this sort of area off to the side. Next up, this guy over here is going to pretty much replicate and do the same. He is going to dash and try to meet the likes of Adidar getting in the way, or in the way of him, and end his turn, because that's as far as he can go. Go over the meadows. What would you like to do as you receive initiative? It seems to be the battle is sort of on all fronts between the likes of this sort of lizard folk, Adidark, and even the likes of your allies off into the south. A war has broken forth. What would you like to do?
Well, Gore sees that it's getting down with the get down, so the first thing he's gonna do is bust that Chrism right. And
all right.
Like, it seems we have lots of work to do. He's gonna go ahead and start that Crimson Right.
All right, as you begin to unleash the Crimson Right of Atakamaru, you gain the 4, and you take 4 points of radiant damage as it sears into your skin. However, you're ready for what's to come. You may move your character wherever you wish.
For one thing, did I switch over to the short sword? Remember we talked about it. I just want to make sure I don't.
Yeah. Let me see if you have it equipped though. Yeah, you have it equipped.
Okay, I was just making sure. And lastly, she is. Oh. Alright. And then Gore is gonna be like, this fight doesn't seem fair at all. And he's gonna come up here. That's 35 feet he's got. I'm gonna do it right here actually. So, and he's gonna bust at this dude right quick, and he's gonna catch that good work because he's just gonna cop out of here with that short sword.
All right. That said, make an attack roll for me. 7 will not cut it. However, you try to strike the creature, and they're able to see you coming from the. Or actually, well, you have advantage because you were hidden from. Roll one more time.
Sounds even better. I was gonna ask that, but.
See if you can right the wrong, Gore. Ooh, that's a net 20. That's a big 20. Ooh. And you know what that means? All the Crimson Rights also double in damage. Roll 4d4 for me, Gore. Oh,
Say
boy.
Less, say less.
Did you might have, I think you targeted yourself. I got you. There you go.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boom. Let me target old boy right there. There we go.
Oh, you can just roll the 44. You ain't gotta worry about it. There you go. 18 points of damage with one single strike. Gore, how do you want to kill this individual in one strike?
Let me so Gore, like what happens is I don't know if
Oh, you cut out.
Falls down. Oh.
Got it. There you go.
Right,
that was perfect, bro.
So the leaves start to ruffle, and just a little bit, you see one of the little petals fall down, and then the thing here is just a little bit of a buzz, and Gore comes down, and the buzz turns to a big ass smash of a crush, and Gore comes down with that short sword and just flooshes this dude, blood everywhere, like. Little one, they don't see me fighting this fight, right? And Gore kind of licks a little bit of the blood off the sword. Do better than crouch. Which one's next? Gore's just in a mood, and
you'll see as the individual that you or that besides you that you sort of as you kill the gnoll, you see this sort of lizard folk on the ground trying to, or not on the ground, but pretty much trying to pretty much dodge for their life at this point. They will just look over and say, thank you. Join fight here. Surround them and kill them all. And that's his, or that's what he says.
Kill them all. You set them right with them, little one. And Gore's gonna back up just a little bit.
He actually is basically referring to you to stay or stand beside him for a moment. Pretty much is what he's requesting. You can do as you wish, though. Choice is yours.
Oh, you know what? Gore will do that. Like, yeah, that's fair. Gore will do that in this moment. Try and prove himself.
That said, Gore, you receive, or that is the end of your turn. Also, Cora, you received a D4 of inspiration point. Or D4 of inspiration from chat. Kane, if you haven't seen it already, you've received a D6 of inspiration from chat. All right, there we go.
Good luck.
Said, alrighty, let's see what this guy's got. No Witherling over here. He is going to look over and see as Gore has joined the fray. He is going to dash forth, and he's just going to again, same sort of hive mind mentality. He's just going to dash over and join the likes of Addy Dark and his brother over here. All right, that is his turn. Trog's turn as he gains initiative. He will take the likes of his short sword and try to strike true with the likes of the dagger as well, hand in hand, and try to eviscerate this individual. We'll see as he begins to use Gore and sort of using the blade kind of as a distraction and then strikes true. He's gonna make an attack roll and he's going to do so with all he's got. Hope for the best. All right, he's gonna do short sword attack. Boop. Oof, 7 will miss. Bonus action. I'll try to strike with the dagger. 13 will hit, and because Gore is within range, he will get his sneak attack damage. All right, so that's gonna be 2d6 from this guy. Boom. Whew, Jesus. 7 plus 12, a total of 19 points of damage. And this individual, as the first strike goes wide, he uses it as a distraction and takes the giant sort of bone-carved dagger and stabs directly through their neck and almost carves down to their chest area. They are dead.
Yo, he rolled max on all his damage. Yeesh.
Whew. That is, that said, he uses action and bonus action. He can't disengage. That is his turns, as he's just sort of coated with blood. All right, next up in initiative.
Gore would have been mad at. Gore would have been mad at. See, wasn't that so much easier? Let's do more.
He'll just look over and say, all right, kill, okay. And simple as that. No Witherling's turn over here. He is going to dash off to the side and try to corner Gore, getting the best of him. He's gonna make 2 attack rolls towards you, Gore. We're gonna hope for the best. Gonna be a bite attack. 13 will miss as he tries to reach over and pounces over towards you, but you go flying wide. All right, club attack. 17 will hit, and you take 3 points of damage as it cracks you, or sort of breaking and injuring your wings a little bit, but nothing you can't sort of shake off. That's his turn. Cave bear over here. He just got tossed by Addy Dark. He doesn't really like that. Phew. But he also looks over to you guys. I mean, Has anybody over here done anything to sort of get this bear's attention? Or does anybody look aggressive enough to get this thing's attention?
I mean, Azora did move closest to her. I mean, if it looked at me, I guess I would look aggressive.
All right. So here's what it's going to do. It's going to judge the situation, look over towards the entire massive army of astral individuals, and then look and sort of begin to yell out something in bear, obviously, that you guys don't understand. And it will charge forth through the likes of the water, and it will try to just carve a path directly to you to form its escape. As it does, it's going to make one attack towards Azor with a disadvantage and another attack towards Zaman with a straight roll. First attack's going to be towards the, Zaman with the bite. That is a 19 to hit and 8 points of damage as it bites down and tries to toss you off to the side with the scrap metal. And then it will claw towards Azor with a disadvantage. Jesus, 22 disadvantage and 17 points of damage as it strikes and claws into you, tossing you off to the side almost like a rag doll.
Wait.
Oop.
Let me. Yeah, I was on mute. Let me roll that inspo I got. That D.
Please.
Sheesh. 22. Gosh, so I need a.
You need a 5 or 6.
Oh God, no, yeah, never mind. I'll just take it.
All right, you sure?
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna hit a 6.
Well, you have to hit a 5 or 6. Or wait, no, you have to hit a 6. You have to hit a 6. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. That said, the cave bear just or attack or moves into Azora and the likes of Zaman. How much movement does it have left? Okay, it's gonna keep going though. It has 40 feet of movement. It's going to go past you guys. It will provoke attacks of opportunity. Or actually, no. Does it? Yeah, it will. Okay, it can still keep moving. That said, Zaman and Azora, you do get attacks of opportunity if you would like to take it.
For sure, after he did that, yeesh.
6 points of damage. You take the battle axe and try to carve into him, leaving a trail of blood as he runs away. 15 to hit, 13 points of damage, and you see as the blood begins to freeze over with a singular strike as he nearly stumbles for a brief moment. He is badly injured.
As you see him slice us and run past the water, all the water that was like on his fur, like, you know, as he's dashing. I just realized my camera was off. As he's dashing forward, all the water that was kind of coming, flying off of him. She waves her sword around and it turns like them all into like these little like ice knives, and she just swings it towards right behind him to like stab him in the back.
Oh yeah. That said, Cave Bear turns is over. Core, you are up. Zaman, you are on deck. After the Mecha Bear and Agni, you are in the hole. But Core, as you see as the giant sort of cave bear off to the side begins to approach your allies, you see also as there is a massive battle in front. What would you like to do?
Core would attack the bear.
Alrighty. Move your character or cast a spell, depending on whatever you want to do.
Shit, I'm not far enough to hit. So, she's gonna go here, and she's gonna cast, Toll the Dead.
Alright, Toll the Dead onto the bear. You hold your hand out and you see as your eyes begin to almost go black for a moment. They begin to shut off with the lights and course with a sort of necrotic energy. Alright, let's see what you got, Cora.
So got the target going on.
All good?
Here we go.
Alright, you're gonna have to roll a d12 afterwards. Wisdom saving throw. He's gonna succeed with a 20. No effect. As it happens, you strike forward and you see his eyes go black as well in unison. However, he's able to shake off his sort of spell. No damage. All right, Cora, is that your turn or you got anything else?
That's my turn.
All right. Mecha Bear's turn off to the side. This individual is going to look over And he is not happy about this. As he sees all this sort of corrupted individuals, you'll see as he begins to roar out and open his mouth wide before you see as this giant bright reddish flame begins to pour out of it. As he is going to cast a 2nd level spell, Agonizar's Scorcher, onto the fray. And he'll try to hit as many people as he can with it. If he hits Addy Dark, that's just better for him. Alright, nope, he can't hit you, Addy, so you are lucking out with this one. Yeah, he can only hit these individuals. He wants to cause as much carnage as he can. He's gonna have these individuals make some dexterity saving throws, which they will all succeed and they will all take half damage, so a total of 9. As they begin to light with flames, you see as almost their corpse, or they're almost rendered as charred corpses before you. That is the bear's turn. That is all he's got. Actually, he's gonna start moving forth a little bit and just start getting ready to charge. All right, Zaman, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
Zaman is definitely about to roll up on his bear and attack it.
All right, you bring your battle axe, and as it's sort of staying there, you see as it goes on its hind legs, trying to intimidate you. However, with a 17 to hit and 10 points of damage, you carve into its chest as more blood begins to spill, and it drops down onto the ground, nearly pretty much defeated with one fatal blow. That said, that's your action. Anything else, Zaman?
No need for martial checks. That is it.
Agni, you receive initiative. What would you like to do? Azora, you are on deck as well.
Yeah. You can move Agni towards the bear and he'll slice at it with his scythe. Like I said, I can't get into Foundry right now.
I gotcha.
Not
No
my thing
worries.
for that.
All right, as you begin to bring the scythe out, it begins to writhe with power, and you strike forth, trying to embed it into the bear, finishing it off. See what you got, buddy.
Do you want me to roll just on D&D Beyond, or do you want?
Yeah, you can just roll for D&D Beyond. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Damn. A 19 to hit, but only for 4 damage.
Only for 4 damage. Hey, I mean, it all adds up, buddy. It all adds up. That said, 4 points of damage. Whew, they are on their last leg as you strike true, but you're not able to pierce enough of the sort of giant sort of fur amongst them. You rip the blade out, and you ready yourself for what's to come next. That's your action. Anything you want to do as a bonus action or movement?
Can I move next to Azora and use the help action for her and tell her that the bear is weak. Finish it off. It looks like a quick strike to the abdomen. We'll take it down.
That said, Azora, you have advantage on your next strike.
That's my turn.
All right, simple as that. Null Vampire's turn all the way over here. He is going to start entering the fray. His held action was not triggered, so now he is a little angry. Let's see how far he can get. Boom. Oh boy. It'll probably be, realistically, it'd probably be that individual. So, that is not good. That is not good. It's either that or... Oh, actually, no, it would be... Nah, he'd probably use this one instead. You will see as the creature begins to start cackling out to themselves, and it begins to spread further and further outwards. You begin, or Gore, Trog, and even the likes of Addy Dark, and maybe even more people at this point. We'll see. You all begin to hear as it begins to emanate and sort of go through your brains as you try to cover them to prevent this sort of constant cackling and more. He is going to use this ability. Don't know if I can hear its cackle. Yeah, there's no reason why you all wouldn't be able to hear it. So anybody within 120 feet that can hear. Oh dear Lord.
Zaman is deaf. I didn't know if you knew that.
He is not William. Oh god, that is actually going to be every last one of you in this entire area. Jesus. That's a big ass range. That said, I need each and every one of you to make wisdom saving throws for me. Or make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. If you guys have anything against that. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh boy, Korra, you will succeed. Gore, you will fail. Azora, you will fail. I need one from Addy Dark. I need one from Agni, and I need one from Zaman. 12 will fail.
What was it again? Sorry.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
16 will barely succeed, and then I need one from Addy Dark. Oh wait, Addy Dark with the 11. That will also fail. Sheesh. So the likes of Korra and Zaman are the only ones that get past this. But now I need to make one for the bears. Oh boy, alright. Because they are not allies to them. On the least bit. And I also need to make one for Trog. Alright, wisdom saving throw. They will fail. That's interesting enough. Trog will make a wisdom saving throw. He will also fail. Ugh. And this bear over here will need to make a wisdom saving throw, which he will also fail. So everybody except for Korra and Zaman, you guys are all considered frightened as you begin to almost see as this creature's cackling begins to almost embed into your mind before you see and witness each and every one of your worst nightmares playing out before you. You stagger for a brief moment trying to get a hold of yourself and where you are and what's going on. However, you can't at the moment. That said, you can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn, but frightened means that as long as you can see this creature off to the side, then you have disadvantage, my friend. All right, that is his turn. Azora, what would you like to do? Oh, go ahead, Korra.
Can I use my strength and unity?
What would you like to do? What is strength and unity do again?
It's at first level, upon succeeding a saving throw, you may use a reaction and choose a creature who failed a saving throw within 15 feet of me, and cause them to automatically succeed.
All right, which one would you like to do? Is that going to Azora?
Actually, let me make sure that.
Are you in range? I don't think you are.
Never mind. They are.
So close, so close. Damn.
Never mind.
Maybe for next time. Because technically, because you already succeeded on the saving throw, if they fail again, you could still trigger it. So you just got to get close to them. All right. That said, Zora, you receive initiative. What you want to do for us?
So now, when this is line of sight and I'm looking this way at the bear,
you're fine.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, she just moves forward. She hears the shriek, but as she, listening to what Agni said to finish the bear off, she rushes forward and she quickly draws out her sword, and let's see what we got here. Advantage. Let me just.
Oh man!
Hold on.
All right, yeah.
This today is not the day.
That'll be enough. You don't need to roll damage. How do you want to kill this creature? They have 2 HP.
So, yeah, she does exactly what Agni says. She stabs him right in that spot, and then draws her sword out, and then just cleans the blade with her with her cleans the blade. And then puts it back in.
Easy enough. That said, Azora, that is your action, and you have movement, but the issue is you can't willingly move towards or in the direction of the creature. So you can kind of move off to the side, but kind of maybe try to work an angle, but you can't move directly to the creature.
Yeah, she's gonna just move closer over here, I guess, further away.
Yeah.
And then that was my wisdom saving throw.
Yep, wisdom saving throw.
And bonus action, second wind.
Alrighty. Second wind. As this happens, your eye begins to sort of freeze over for a moment, and you begin to sort of breathe in and out, and your wounds slowly heal as you get 9 HP. Make your wisdom saving throw for me.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did you? Oh, it didn't pop up. What'd you get?
It was 14.
14 will not be enough. Just below the DC, my friend. Just below.
Okay.
That said, Korra, would you like to use your reaction now to make her succeed?
Yeah.
All right. That said, Azora, as you begin to try to get a hold of yourself and try to figure out what's going on, you see as Korra begins to shine a bright light and begins to immediately sort of glow with this strange golden silhouette. And that same silhouette itself begins to wash over you as you feel empowered, never to be frightened again. All right. That said, strength and unity. That is the reaction. Azora, that is your turn. No Witherling is going to go over here. And he is going to start swinging once more. He's going to do so with an attack roll and hope for the best. All right. Club attack is going to make a 2. It's going to be straight roll. Whew. That's going to be a nat 20 on this guy as he is bit down and a chunk of his flesh is ripped down from him again. So that said, club attack going to him next. 7 will miss, however, but Trog is badly injured at this point as they seem to be they've been able to wear and tear him down. That is that creature's turn. Next up, Addydark. And then afterwards, Gore in the Meadows. But Addydark, as you look over, you see as these 2 Gnoll Witherlings have gotten in your way, preventing you from traveling forth towards the Gnoll Vampire. What would you like to do?
You said that that Screech said that I couldn't move in his direction. Is that what the
That is
Screech did?
correct. That is, and also you have disadvantage while you can see them. Now, granted, though you have disadvantage, you can always do what's called a reckless attack to give yourself advantage and cancel it out. But if you don't kill, well, if any creature that tries to attack you afterwards, they'll also get advantage. So the choice is yours.
Yeah, so you said so any creature attacking us has
Any creature attacking
advantage?
you has advantage if you use your reckless attack.
No, I mean what's causing the disadvantage?
Oh, what's causing the disadvantage is this individual over here, this sort of Gnoll Vampire that unleashed a sort of unsettling cackle that feared you all to death.
Gotcha. Well, this cackle is something that Addy's heard before, and he's paralyzed with fear, for sure. But there's only one thing to do, and like the fire burns in his village and his many, many ancestors, he continues to fight. So he's gonna unleash some fury on this little Riddling in front of me, and I will do it recklessly because it's my only way to rage out of this fear. I must keep fighting.
Make 2 attack or make 1 attack roll towards the first individual, and it's a straight roll as you throw back or throw away your defenses for more offense and to crush and destroy all.
So we're doing this unarmed strike, then a D4. Is that how we're doing this now?
15 plus 3, or 15 to hit, and then 3 plus 4 points of damage. 7 points will be enough to immediately eviscerate and kill this individual as they fall from your single strike and your might. You do have a bonus action attack if you'd like to do anything else.
I can then just retarget. Can I retarget?
Yeah, you can target the second one over here if you want.
Oh, this motherfucker. The rage continues.
All right, let's see what you got. Make an attack roll for me. 10. 10 will sadly miss unless you have any inspiration die. That will sadly go flying wide.
Yeah, I don't think I have any inspiration die. I don't think.
That said, there's no inspiration added. You see as Addydark, you strike forth and directly embed.
Actually, sorry, does anybody have inspiration die that they can give to me so I can just kill this little dude?
I have a D4.
I think that's enough.
All right. If you want to take the D4, roll a D4 and let's see if it's able to hit. Oh, man. Total 1, 11 will not cut it. AC is 12, just short. That said, you strike forth. However, as you drop this individual, your vision becomes clear on this Gnoll Vampire here, and you can't sort of focus for a brief moment as you begin to recall the likes of your village taken over by these creatures and things. But that is where it lies. Addydark, that's your action and bonus action. You can choose to move, but
I
choice
just
is
can't
yours.
move towards him. Right?
Yeah, you can't move towards him, but you can just move like kind of to the right or left right now.
That's not much use. I'm gonna stay in the fray.
All right.
No. Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'll just stay right there.
That said, this individual is going to attack the likes of they got a mission, so they're probably gonna just keep attacking this guy. And then afterwards, once he's done, they will attack Gore. But right now, Gnoll Withering will make an attack roll. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I just again want to shout towards back to the team and just tell them slay the creature of the night, like ignore everything else, slay the vampire.
All right. That said, you shout that out as much as you can. However, as you begin to look towards it, you kind of say with a sort of shaken resolve, and that is your turn. Fighting club attack going towards this individual. It's going to be a 21 to hit for 6 points of damage. Whew. He is not looking good. Not looking good at all. And a 20 to hit, yeah, that'll be enough to finish him off as he is knocked unconscious. As you see, as he's sort of ripped to shreds over and over again, he's not able to sort of or hold his resolve long enough for that. He drops down and goes unconscious. Gore of the Meadows, you see as he drops down like a warrior, but still defeated. All right, that is that Noel's turn. Next up is this Noel's turn over here. He's going to attack the giant mecha bear with 2 attack rolls. Featured by the club. But then that 20 and 9 points of bludgeoning damage you see as it bludgeons and tears into the likes of this or the creature's sort of chassis and more. That said, that's all he can do, however. All right, Gore of the Meadows, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
All right.
Gore, you saying something? If you're speaking, we can't hear you.
Bro, we got the mute spitter over here, bro. Mute spitter going off again, bro.
Mute spitter.
Well, that's happening. Trog will make his death save. Cora, you will be next in initiative after the No Witherlings. Oh boy.
Yo, is Gore still going?
Gore still, he's trying. He's trying. Okay. Possible for me to.
All right.
All right. Hello.
Yeah. My bad. That was definitely an update issue. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
It's just your face cam's off and all that.
Turn it back on. That was weird.
Appreciate you.
Sorry about that. Update happened.
All
It
good.
wasn't necessarily old man Gore, but so can I attack him at all, or is it like or we can't make any attacks at the vampire at the moment?
Well, you wouldn't be. You could make an attack. It'd just be a disadvantage against him. But you're also surrounded by multiple individuals, and you can't willingly move forward to him.
Right. But I could try to bind him, right?
Yeah, you could.
Okay. So Gore's gonna try to bind him at first.
Alright.
Yeah, he's
So-
trying to bind him.
We got. Also, when you get the chance, we're getting a little bit of feedback from your computer.
Yo, Sensei, I think
A little bit of feedback. You're kind, sir. A little bit is like
I'm too nice, bro. I'm too nice.
you get many feedback, sir.
I think Addy still needs to
many feedback.
Oh, yeah, you are 100% correct. Thank you for reminding me. Addy Dark, while we're doing this, make a wisdom saving throw to get rid of the fear. Thank you for the reminder.
No problem.
Oh, you gotta do that every turn? Is that how that mechanic works?
Yeah, you do it at the end of each of your turns until you succeed out of it. 14 might be enough. We'll see if you got any bonuses. 14. Do you got any bit of inspiration?
I give him my inspiration. It's a D4.
All right, doesn't matter. That'll be enough to succeed. Addy Dark, you are unfeared and unfrightened at this point in time as you were able to break through. Oh, God, that would have been trash.
The light of rage fuels me. The light of rage fuels me. In the night.
Oh, yeah.
No, you hear a robot in the back of your ear saying, "You're welcome."
Stupid.
All I heard was zeros and ones. I don't speak binary. What did you say?
You're welcome.
Oh, man. That said, Gore, what would you like to do? You're trying to bind him, correct?
Yeah. He's gonna try to bind him, and then I'll RP it if it works or not.
So that's a strength saving throw, right?
Yep.
All right, he's gonna try to make it. He's pretty good at strength, but I don't know if he's good enough. Not with the nat one, he ain't.
Today.
He's not good enough today. That said, as this happens, Gore, you look over and see his blood-filled sort of face, and you begin to almost see an opportunity. You raise your hand forth, and you watch as the blood amongst your wings begins to slowly coalesce and strike into the creature, and begins to manipulate his own blood using the likes of Hemocraft magic. As it happens, you see as he tries to look over to you and breaks off into a sort of sinister smile before he drops slack-jawed for a moment, and he is moving nowhere as he is bound by your blood rage. That said, that's your bonus action. You have an action and movement.
And Gore, I think Addy, you would see, if you were looking at the night creature, you would see him all starts looking all fucked up. And Gore would yell over, "Those are the night creatures you speak of! Kill this one furry one!" And you see almost Gore crushing his hand, and him almost like reacting to Gore's hand, looking very odd. And then Gore is immediately gonna turn around and give this dude that word. That doesn't affect the fear at all, right? You gotta ask the questions.
No.
Okay.
But you can, you still have an action, so is there anything else you want to do?
Oh, no, he's gonna swing. He's just gonna swing at the dude next to him.
All right. That's
yep,
it.
He's gonna do it.
6 to hit, will not hit. Make a perception check as well, Gore.
Perception check? Duly noted.
13. You do look over off to the side, and this individual on the corner of it, you do see as they have a vial of something on their sort of side. You can choose to take it for yourself if you want, or you can choose to use it on them eventually. Choice is yours, but you do at least notice it.
On his. All right, got you. Copy. And I guess I roll a wisdom saving throw now.
Yep, wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw. It's not enough. Okay, then he's gonna.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Gore's just gonna stand his ground.
All right, that said, afterwards we're gonna go to Cora, but first off we gotta do the snow whittling off to the side. He's gonna keep trying to attack Addy Dark with all he's got. 2 attack rolls going towards you. Bite attack, then club. Oof. Natural 20 will hit. This guy is critting crazy with 9 points of damage. However, the crit means nothing to you as you only take a total of 4 damage because you are raging. That said, imagine critting and only still doing 4 damage. That's wild.
Disrespectful.
Insane.
These night creatures are weak.
Addy Dark, as he strikes and bites down into you, you're able to sort of push him off to the side. He's able to get or bring a couple of sort of bite marks onto you, but it's nothing effective. He wasn't able to make too much purchase. All right, Trog's turn over here. He's going to make a death saving throw, just a straight D20. We'll hope and see what happens. That's a 10. That'll barely succeed. All right. That said, next up in initiative, we have the Witherling and then Cora. This individual is going to try to strike down Gore. There's going to be 2 attack rolls coming towards you, buddy. Bite attack. Going to be 22 to hit and 5 points of damage as he rips a chunk of flesh from you. And then a club attack, another 22 to hit and another 5 points of damage as you are now badly injured from this fight. All right. That said, that is the creature's turn. Cora, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
She's gonna do healing word on Azora.
All right, you hold your hand out, your eyes begin to shine bright sort of green. That said, you heal Azora for a total of 7 points of damage. Good stuff.
Let me untarget. And she's gonna go.
Keep in mind, you guys can run through the water. It's not like terribly deep, by the way.
Whoa there. Hold our horses.
No, Agne's not doing that.
Calm down with that.
That being said, Cora, as you begin to step into the water, do you kind of just let it take you? At this point, you guys have pretty much figured out how it works.
No, we haven't.
Some of you haven't. Cora.
Yeah.
Do you just let the water take you and kind of let it will it's where you want it to go, or where it wants you to go?
Sure.
All right, easy enough. You can move as normal then. At this point, as you look towards the water and down, you see and remember exactly over that memory towards the waterfall, and you figured out, as explained by Gore and others, how to get through this. I said you sprint over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That is your movement action and bonus action. You can use your action to dash into the fray, or you can try to cast a spell here and now. What's your choice?
Well, I can't cast a spell because I used healing word, right?
You can cast a cantrip though.
Cantrip.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can use like Toll the Dead or Sacred Flame if you have that.
I'm gonna use Toll the Dead.
All right. You raise your hand out towards the individual and trying it for a second time to see if it takes them. Cast the spell and let's see what happens. As they hear a strange gong in the back of their skull. Wisdom save and throw. They will fail with a 9, and I need you to roll a d12 for me, not a d8.
12. 12.
Oh my god, no! Fuck, man.
I do have a inspo. I'll use my last one.
I won't do anything for this though. It's a d12. Fuck it. I feel like being generous. Yeah, I'll allow you to use the inspo to kill this guy. Fuck that. That's sucky. I don't like that. That said, if you use your inspiration dice, you'll be able to do one more point of damage, and they will fall down dead. How do you want to kill this creature?
Shit. She would just hold her hand out, and like you just see like the magic flow throughout and just disintegrates them.
As it happens, the blessing of Iroas begins to take them, and they turn to a radiant-filled ash. That said, that is all you can do, my friend. So that is your turn. Next up, the Mecha Bear, and then Zaman, you're on deck, and Agni, you are in the hole. All right, this individual is going to look forth. Is it going to? Well, it is frightened at the moment of this guy. Oh, also, well, no, Corey, you already succeed. So if it can't move to the north, it's gonna move to the left, and it's gonna try to maul this thing right to the side. It's gonna be its first attack, and it's going to make a bite attack towards it. That is going to be a 15 to hit and 9 points of damage as it is completely eviscerated, Addy Dark, the creature in front of you. That said, it drops down dead, and then it moves forth once more, and then looks towards you and tries to bite down upon you. Claw attack, or not bite down, but instead tries to claw you to death. All right. 19.
I done seen what them claws can do. I done seen what them claws can do.
19 to hit, 9 points of damage. However, because you're raging, you reduce it to a total of 4. Good stuff. You still stand strong as the bear begins to stand in front of your way. Every single thing trying to keep you away from getting closer and closer to the night creature as challenge and obstacle and after obstacle. But we'll have to figure out what you'll do next time. As Zaman, you receive initiative. What you got for us?
Hey, I'm sorry, just for like continuity's sake. Does the bear still have advantage on me because of reckless attack?
Oh, yeah, it does. It does. Here, I'm gonna make one more attack roll and see if it crits, but if it doesn't, then you're good. Let's just hope it
just
doesn't.
honesty, pass it on.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you a D4 inspiration die for that, Addy Dark. It is appreciated. Especially with that, what you've seen this thing can fucking do. All right.
Yeah, I've seen some things. We heard Azura's guts boiling out from a mile away.
That's it.
Bro,
Zaman.
like crazy.
Yeah, thing hit you for 19 points of damage off the bat. What you got for us, Zaman?
Zaman is going to just cross and get like right here.
All right.
He's going to go into his mineral form.
As this happens, or unless you want to describe it.
As this happens, you see like various minerals and metal kind of form around Zaman, and his armor gets extremely thick around him.
As it happens, you begin to watch as your form becomes even sturdier. What would you like to do now?
Can I use healing word?
Actually, wait a minute. Are you feared at the moment?
No, I'm not.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Can I use healing word on Trog?
Yeah. Let's see if he's in range. It's a Ooh. He is 10 feet out of range from you.
Copy. Yeesh. Well, I guess that's all he will be able to do.
Is mineral form an action?
Yes.
Ah, I gotcha. All right, so that is your thing. Zamon's turn is over. Agni, what would you like to do as you receive your turn?
I don't think there's anything I can do realistically because I'm frightened, so I can't move closer.
You could realistically hold your action if you want. Like, see if you can. As soon as you break out of the fear, you can try to charge forward.
I can hold a dash?
Yeah, holding an action.
Huh, okay. I will attempt to hold a dash and yeah, I'll make my wisdom save and throw.
All right, let's see what you got. Wisdom save. Oh, for the best here.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a big 18. That'll be more than enough. All right, and you made dash.
Yeah, but Agni's not gonna. He can't go across in one time, so he's just dashing right here.
All right, you got it. Keep in mind if you. Well, nah, I don't know if Agni's gonna try to do that. You can try to jump across. You know that it's a possibility, but you also know it's a possibility to fall in here. So I mean, it's really up to you.
Actually, yeah, I can make it because this would be the ground. Agni would try.
All right, what's your strength modifier? 16. You still got to make a roll, but it's just an athletics check.
Okay.
18. Oh yeah, you're more than good. You can move where you wish.
Okay, then you can actually make it right at the edge there.
All right, a hop and a skip, and you're already there next to Zaman. And you still have the rest of your 30 feet of movement? Yeah, you have another extra 30 feet from the dash.
How? I thought I had to make the wisdom save at the end of like my turn.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, well, no, I was saying because you held your action to dash. So, and the prerequisite is if you ever get unfrightened, then you're going to use the dash action and sprint off to wherever you need to be. That's how you have these 60 feet of movement.
Sure, okay. I will then use this last 30 to come next to Addy Dark. Who are you going after, Addy? I assume the vampire or this bear?
The vampire. Can you see now or no?
I can, somewhat.
Yeah, I was gonna say go to the Twitch stream too. That was the other way. Oh yeah, I'm going. So for the record, Gore ensnared the vampire and said, "Go kill the vampire, son." And I was like, "Yeah, son, that's what I'm talking about, son." And then we.
Okay, I just needed to know that bits of information. So Addy's going to use his bonus action and help on Addy Dark.
Well, you wouldn't have your entire turn. Remember, it's only just your act or the reaction to the dash and all that stuff.
All right, cool. I chill here. That's my turn.
Alrighty. That said, Agni, that's your turn. Next up is the Null Vampire's turn. He is going to. I mean, he can go over here. His boys are already kind of working on that. You can also go to Gore. You can also go to Addy Dark while you have that, but there's also a big ass bear besides there. So.
He ain't going nowhere right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. He ain't going. Yeah, he's stuck in place. That said,
as said by Gore, use no reactions. Nothing. That man ain't going.
Ain't got any reactions. He'll use at least one action, and he is going to. Oh yeah, he'll realize who the person who fucking did it. He'll realize the person who did it, and he will look over towards you as he's just sort of sitting there, and this sort of slack-jawed face begins to form. You see as his gaze begins to immediately take yours, and Gore, you feel sort of woozy and almost sickened for a moment. Make a Constitution saving throw against poison. Oof. Got any inspiration?
Gore doesn't have any more inspiration. I think he used it.
Unfortunate. All right, that's
my D4 inspiration help.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking at something for some reason because it's saying some weird stuff. One moment. Is this wrong or what's going on here? Okay, but why does it say that? I think it's fixed. I guess so. That was fucking weird. But that said, if you want to use your D4 inspiration, then that will be enough to succeed no matter what. DC is 11. All right. That said, Gore, you look over as the gaze begins to almost take you and you almost feel yourself diseased and poisoned, but you're able to sort of fight through and continue on. Azora, receive initiative. What would you like to do?
All right. Azora will do the 30 across. Right here. And she would like to use a martial check on the, I don't know why this is happening. Normally, like during combat, I can't move my token, but for some reason I could move.
No, you should be able to move your token and all that stuff. That's only if I have a certain module enabled where it doesn't allow you to move.
Yeah, for some reason I can't. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So I'm able to move like when it's not my turn.
Yeah. That's only if I have a module enabled where it doesn't allow that. But while you're doing that, hold on. Zaman, you receive a D6 of inspiration from chat from Animus. But Azora, what would you like to do? You said or intuition check. Make a wisdom check for me.
Yep. Oops, I was clicking on the wrong thing.
Let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh, that dice went crazy. That said 5 + 4. Again, just right underneath the DC, so not gonna be able to cut it.
Bro, that's twice. That's actually that might have been 3 times.
Wait, hold on. Had to stay up late.
Wait, hold on. Wait. I think you're good. I think you're actually good. So 6 + 2 + 2. Oh wait, no. You're able to beat the DC at 10. You were rolling 4s last time. This time you rolled a 5, just one above.
Okay.
So that said, what are you trying to identify of this creature?
Trying to identify the mech bear's, I guess, health.
Health. It is at 33 hit points out of 42.
Okay.
It's only been attacked really once.
All right. She is going to use her, I guess, action to dash, seeing as though nothing else she could do.
All right.
Actually, no. Instead, she will use her action to give. Who's coming up next? Cora. How far? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. She's gonna use her action to give Cora help.
Help and advantage.
So seeing the damage on the bear, she'll run across the water like, Cora, it isn't as strong as we may think. You should try to strike it quickly as it's being surrounded by our allies, and that's she'll give you help, so you have advantage on your next attack roll.
All right. I said, Azora, is that your turn, or are you doing anything else?
Yeah, that is all her turn. Yeah, that's all her turn.
All right. Said, pulling up to the Null Witherlings. All right, their target is done. They are going to. Yeah, they're probably just gonna. Well, they'll probably leave one towards for Gore, and then this one is probably going to just strike over to the Mecha Bear over here. All right, this guy's going to try to attack him with 2 attack rolls, bite and club attack. 21 and 15 will hit for a total of 6 points of damage as they strike and try to bite and tear into the creature until they are no more. Addydark, you receive initiative, and Gore, you are on deck. What would you like to do, Addydark, as you see more and more of the astral creatures surrounding you all?
Sensei, you are definitely supposed to make a strength saving throw, though. With the vampire.
For the one guy? Gotcha. All right, he'll try to make it again. Did you amplify it?
No, I didn't amplify it. No.
I think it's just until the end of your turn, then. I'll make sure, though.
Oh, well, you could break it sooner, though, I guess, if reactions mattered for you.
Let me see. Curse the binding. Blah, blah, blah. Making them successful. Wait, no. Binding. Until the end of your next turn. Nah, they just don't make the saving throw, then. They're just still stuck like that until the end of your upcoming turn.
Say less.
Yeah, so they're stuck like that. Okay, Addydark, what would you like to do?
So if I dash past the bear, he's gonna attack me, correct? Is that the mechanic, correct?
Yeah, assuming he wants to hit you, but he probably will.
And I can't like make creative moves around to dodge that. Is that or is that
the most you could do is you could use your action to disengage, so he can't attack you. But that means you lose your action, so he wouldn't be able to hit.
Okay. Okay, so I was wondering if I could like dig and zag essentially to the target.
Not be able to do that and then still hit on your turn, sadly.
Okay. Well then I'm going to dash towards the vampire because I've got an inspiration from Roar, I've got an inspiration from Saman, I've got an inspiration from Agony. Everybody wants me to kill this vampire. So I'm gonna dash right now.
Never said that.
You patted me on the back and you're like, go slay him, man. That's why you.
Oh, see, I was about you, and then I realized my 6 seconds were up.
Oh man, that said, you sprint over. This guy will make a claw attack towards you. Let's hope for the best, and he doesn't hit. 14 will miss. He goes with a large swipe, and he misses completely. Addy Dark, you dash over to the likes, and you see this sort of null vampire still bound by the likes of Gore. What would you like to do to capitalize?
I will be targeting him.
All right, make an attack roll for me.
And I will be making. I'll be reckless attacking as well.
Hell yeah, do it with advantage then. Oh, hold on. Make sure that's the first roll. It was the first roll, so you're good to go. So we'll take the 14. Roll a d4 instead. So 4 plus 5 is 9 minus 1 if we're doing that. Oh boy. So 8 plus 2 is 10. Jeez, I just had to do so much fucking math. All right, 10 points of damage. No, you're good. 10. It's because the thingy isn't working right. So 10 points of damage with one single strike as you crack them across the face with your fist, flaming and more. You have a bonus action attack if you'd like to make it.
That one was the face. This one's going for the liver. Hopefully.
That said, 19 will hit. Roll a d4. 7.
I just picture him doing Falcon Punch with the flaming fist.
Flame fire. Bro.
6 plus 10. Another 10 points of damage to them as it strikes true. Let's see. They're not looking good. But they are still standing strong. As this happens, you strike them with the fist into the face, and the second one directly into the liver as they begin to almost heave over from the blow. That said, Addy Dark, is there anything else you want to say to them?
No. I think my fists have spoken.
That is true. They have. No Witherling's turn. They will look towards Gore, and they will try to finish him off where he stands, bringing a bite attack and a club. We'll see what happens. 14 will miss, and 11 will miss. Gore, you're able to parry with the likes of the short sword. This one, you're able to sort of wield it with a lot more finesse rather than using just blind strength. You parry the blows, and as they miss you. That said, and next up in initiative, Gore of the Meadows, what would you like to do? You're muted.
All Gore can do at this point is get for the best. What if I were to give old boy that potion? Can I put it in his mouth? What does that count as an action?
That would be an action. So, of course, it's yours.
Fear. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and take that little potion that he noticed and put it in old boy's mouth.
All right, 2d4 plus 2. You need me to roll the HP for it, or you got it?
I got it. 2d4 plus 2.
Yep. All right, let's see how much healing he gets. 5 points. I mean, hey, it all adds up because it's better than being at 0. As you begin to take the potion amongst his form and you begin to pour it into him, he begins to wake up. Thank you. He begins to stand and bring himself back up, ready for the fight. He grabs his dagger and he's ready to start slashing.
Alright. And yeah. And he's just gonna go ahead and be like, on your feet, little one. Let's finish these. And that's
not little, bigger than you, but okay. I said, Gore, is that your turn?
They must have hit you harder than you think. And then the Gore would be done.
All right, Drog's turn. He will. He is going to use his. Oh wait, I guess he can't move. Well, actually, he could. He will use his bonus action, use cunning action, and he will use steady aim to give himself advantage. And as this happens, he will strike true towards the creature, trying to eviscerate them. Oh, go ahead.
Forgot to do that roll to see if I'm unfeared.
Oh yeah, wisdom save. They're gonna try to straight up annihilate this guy. What'd you get?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Don't matter. All right. Short sword attack. 24 to hit, dealing 4 points of damage. We're gonna also add the sneak attack damage on top of this. 7 points, 11 or 7 is exactly what he needed. He immediately takes this short sword, stabs him in the chest, and throws his corpse off to the side as he falls down dead. He will then use his reaction to. He'll probably look over to you, Gore, and say, "Can you take care of that one off to the side?" Oh man.
No, Gore would be like, just one?
Alright. That said, as this happens, he will use his reaction to activate Skirmisher, and he will dash out of the way and sort of get into the bushes and pull the likes of a short bow out and end his turn. Afterwards, he'll make a wisdom saving throw. Actually, I think if he was frightened... No, he still would wake up and be frightened. He still has to make it. Alright, wisdom save... 12 plus 2 will be just underneath the DC, so he is still considered frightened, sadly. Unfortunate. Alright, that's his turn, and that's what he's got. No witherlings, and then afterwards it's Korra's turn. This guy's going to try to strike you, Gore, and then he's gonna see what happens. 16, whew, or 16 to hit and a 23 to hit for a total of 10 points of damage total. He bites and tears and then clubs you almost or over the top of your head as you feel dazed for a moment, but this just sort of channels more and more of your blood rage. That is his turn. Korra, you receive initiative, and Zaman, you are on deck. What you got for us, Korra?
For my bonus action, I'm gonna use, I don't see it on my character sheet, but Branding Smite as a bonus action.
Yeah, Branding Smite. It should be a, yeah, Branding Smite.
I have it on my D&D Beyond, but I don't have it on, for some reason I don't see it on,
here, I'm gonna import your character sheet over again and see what happens.
but it also says I'm level 2, so I don't know if that means anything.
Does it? Let me check. It's resetting everything. Give it one moment. Yeah, because Branding Smite's level 2, I think. I could be wrong. Alright,
yeah.
Now everything should be updated. Let me update your character thing. For some reason it wasn't updated, so you were fine disadvantaged. You had a couple more spells, but should be good now. That said, Korra, you cast Branding Smite as a bonus action. That said, the likes of your weapon begins to almost set aflame as it adorns the holy symbol of Iroas. You travel forth towards battle. 30 feet, you're able to just barely get to the bear. You rush over, and you may make an attack roll if you would like, and you can do so with advantage, as Azora granted you it from her turn.
And its advantage is
Alt. Yep, Alt. You bring the kabubu above your head and try to smash this creature with every single fiber of your being. Come on, come on.
Alright. Well, now I don't have the kabubu.
Oh, you don't? Oh, hold on. I got it. I gotta go. I gotta go all the way back to the thing because I forget. All right, you guys are gonna get a little surprise reappearance of the, what do you call it? The Dream Slayer in a minute. So get ready for that one.
He just never leaves us alone.
It's never leaving y'all alone. I think it's in the archived map. Give me 2 moments. In this meantime, you guys can just look over your character sheets and make sure you got everything good to go. Features. Oh no. This is the one I have it? Shit. I hope it didn't get deleted. Fuck, where would it be then? Huh. Give me 1 second. It's not where it's supposed to be. Where would... Oh, wait. I think I might have found it. Hey, there we go. Okay, let me go drag Korra's character sheet. Go grab the weapon features, Vicious Konobo. Ooh, I got scared for a second. I thought I was gonna have to remake that weapon. All right, boom, and then wield it. All right, check now to see if you have it.
Yep, I got it.
All right, make an attack roll with advantage. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
26 will hit and 10 points of damage, but also on top of that, roll the damage for the branding smite.
Which is a 2d6.
And they're gonna need to make a saving throw, I believe, from that one as well. Did a little bit wrong. One more d6. One more d6. Ooh, big numbers. 5 and a 6 for a total of 11. Sheesh. They are almost dead. They're gonna need to make a saving throw against Branding Smite, which I believe is... Actually, no, they do not make a saving throw against it. They just take the damage. As this happens, you see as their form begins to immediately sort of glow further and further with this radiant flame as it's slowly breaking and tearing down all the bits of scrap metal left. They still stand, but they are near death for sure. They roar towards your face, Korra, and beat their chest before dropping down on all fours. Korra, that is your action. Your movement action and your bonus action, that is your turn. All right, Bear's turn initiative. He's not liking the fact that you just straight up bludgeoned it. He's going to make an attack roll towards you, Korra. He's gonna make a, or he's gonna probably make a claw attack towards you. Whew. 20 to hit and 15 points of damage, and immediately he's going to look over and just try to tear this other Knoll Witherling in half off to the side. Just fight or flight. Natural 20 for a total of 10 points of damage. That nearly could have been you. And he rips him off to the side and almost torses him off to the ground, but he is still barely standing. All right, that is the bear's turn. Zaman, you receive initiative. What you got for us?
Or that could have been your life, bro. This could be your life.
Crap.
This bear does this, bro.
Can I?
Or
Is there a
out here,
way
bro.
to tame this bear?
You can describe how you want to try.
He essentially Zaman wants to like extend his mineral form using his chain whip to try to tame the bear and like kind of like extend it around his neck to tame it.
All right, you can do so, but you got to make it with or you can make an animal handling check with disadvantage because your allies have hurt this thing on multiple occasions.
That is, yeah. Control is disadvantage, right?
Yep, and 8. You see, as this individual has entered a sort of fight or flight sort of thing, it is programmed to kill everything, including you. You toss out the sort of chain whip to sort of help out and try to calm it down. However, it is not having it.
Copy. That was my action, correct?
Yeah, it was, sadly.
Oh, good. I guess my bonus action, I would shoot off a healing word towards Gore.
All right, as this happens, you look and see as it's not sort of effective. You hold your hand down and begin to try to heal the likes of Gore, who is on death's door for a total of 4 HP. It all adds up, so hey, I'll take it. Plus 4. Zaman, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Agni, you receive initiative with Azora on deck. What would you like to do, Agni?
He's going to walk sort of like around the bear and get right behind Addy Dark, as far as his pathing goes.
All right.
And how does Addy Dark look right now?
He's injured, but he seems pretty much fine.
Oh, I was asking, like, describe how Addy Dark looks. I have no idea what his, like, forms look like.
Oh, I'm just enraged right now, so I've just got, like, fire, like, just an essence of fire.
I mean, that's exactly what I wanted. So he's going to come up behind Addy Dark and Agni's going to put both of his hands forward and start to pull some of the flames from Addy Dark, and he's going to say, oh damn. You should probably duck, Addy. And he's going to launch Burning Hands to hit Addy and his vampire at 2nd level.
Alrighty. That said, cast the spell and let's see what happens. Addy, you can actually see this coming, so you have advantage. On top of that, you are resistant to fire anyways. Alright, so Addy Dark, make it, or actually, when you cast a spell, it'll go through. Just make sure, Addy, when you do it, make sure to hit Alt for advantage.
Okay, and it's what is it? What is the saving throw?
Oh,
Dexterity.
yeah, I did it on the wrong target.
That's fine. I'll undo it just in case. So 12 points of damage. The vampire null is gonna try to make a dexterity save and throw. He will succeed with a 17, so he'll take half damage. Addy Dark, roll a dexterity save and throw with advantage. So one more time, because you can see it.
Oh, I thought I pressed Alt. That didn't work, huh? No.
Nah. No. 7 and 9. The good news is you're still resistant to it anyways in the sort of form. So you take a total of 6 points of damage as well. As his flames begin to sort of, or immediately begin to strike into both of you, it seems to be that this, wait, hold on. Nope, there's nothing from what I can see about it. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything about it. That said, it strikes in and tries, and it slowly burns away at its form. That's good stuff. Agni, is that your turn, or you got anything else for us?
Last thing he does, he will use his bonus action on Addy to help him and say, now, strike while the iron's hot. And he's going to point out right where
You got it in reverse with the voice mod.
Damn, I had it in reverse, but you picking up what I'm putting down. That's my turn.
All right. Easy.
I'll reply and say, yes, burn him back to hell.
Whoa.
Oh man, that's it. No vampire's turn. He is broken out of the thing, and now he is going to try to do the worst thing possible. Addy Dark, he is going to look you dead in the eye, and he is going to try to afflict you with vampirism, and he is going to make the first attack with the claws to set it up, and then try to bite down onto you to try to afflict you with it. Versus with the claws, 11 will miss. Now this is the big one that you want to hope misses as well. You're gonna bite down. That is a natural 20. Oh no!
Yeesh.
No inspiration. Save that.
Oh no!
No inspiration saving that.
Oh no!
God.
14
points. So many 20s.
So,
Wow.
oh man. I need you to make a, well actually hold on, the good news is, even from a nat 20 you take only 7 points of damage because your resistance piercing. But,
cancel the nat 20.
oh shit, Bam coming in hot. Alright, that's it. With a total of 7 points of damage, Addy Dark, as you only take a total of 3 points of damage from this crit. As they bite down into you, they try to expect as it begins to course your veins with this sort of vampirism, almost trying to insinuate your death and force it upon you immediately. How do you respond in retaliation?
Just one moment. I guess, don't you get advantage on everything? Or is it just like normal
He got
attacks?
a crit, buddy. He can't get higher than that.
Okay, so that's just how it works. I'm trying to still fix.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay, alright. Okay. Okay, so you bite on me? Is that what happened?
Yeah, he bit onto you and he like tried to put every bit and fiber of his being, and he seemed confident into or with this as if he was going to kill you or inflict you with vampirism, but neither affected you at all. And you stand there tall and victorious and pretty much shrugging off all the damage. What do you say or do in response?
Well, I can't wait for my turn to give him a proper response. But I think I'll just shrug it off and just thank the ancestors, man. That's all you can do. It's not about me. It's about the people who paved the path for me, before me, all my many ancestors.
I got you. Azora. Well, that's his turn. So Azora, what would you like to do as you receive initiative?
She is going to move right here.
All right.
And she's gonna say, I see what you are doing there, Zaman. Perhaps we could turn the tables. Try again, but this time, see if you could get your metal things inside like one of the wounds there. Perhaps that pain would make him cower and give Zaman help, as she cannot reach the enemy.
All right. That said, that is your action. I believe that is your turn then, Azora, correct?
Yeah, that is her turn.
All right. No witherlings. Oh, well, we'll hope to see that you get to even try that thing, because this bastard's going to try to finish this thing off. So we gonna see. It has 2 attacks. Let's hope both miss. First thing is a bite attack, which will crit for a natural 20.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. That said, you see as it bites down into it, it rips the last bit of chunk of metal off to the side, and you see as it sort of as it spits it out, as it burns off to the side, burning more and more of the grass. As the mecha bear falls down, defeated. All right. The Witherling's turn is now up. He will then charge over to the likes of our Agni, the closest person in hand, and he is going to make an attack roll with his club.
Max just canceled that nat 20.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. That ain't doing shit. This guy had 2 health, man. I'll see and look at the damage dice, but the first one's a 2 plus another 2. Yeah, this thing's still dead. It does a total of 4 damage.
You could use her inspiration to lower his attack to hit.
Nah, that was a one-time thing for Korra. That is not gonna do it. Nice try, my friend. Nice try. That said, it's gonna make a club attack towards Agni. 19 to hit and 4 points of damage to you. And I said that is his turn, but it seems to be that the forces are.
He's going to use his reaction. And as he hits him from behind, he's going to cast Hellish Rebuke, as the runes on his shell ignite and blast him right in the back, like from behind you.
That said, he has 1 HP, so how do you want to kill him? Is that how you do it?
That's exactly what happened. He hits him, and Agni kind of like stumbles a little bit, and as he does, the runes rearrange on his shell and just fire right at him. And as Agni looks back, you hear him just go like, don't know what that was.
I said, he is dead. Addy Dark, you receive initiative, and Gore of the Meadows, you're on deck. What you got for us, Addy Dark?
I'm gonna be definitely giving this man some payback here with a little bit of 2-piece with some crits here, with the advantage, recklessly. I'm gonna keep recklessly doing this to this man.
All right, let's do it. Attack rolls with advantage towards them.
What is What just happened to my foundry?
Oh no.
Oh, we good. Okay, I was about to say. Oh, we good. Never mind. We straight. So unarmed with advantage.
Unarmed straight, yep. You got 2 attacks if you want to use your action and your bonus action. The first one's a 25 to hit. Roll a d4 for me. 6 plus 4. Another 10 points of damage coming out of you as you strike him true and begin to almost singe him aflame. Another 22 to hit with the second strike, dealing another 10 points of damage. Oh man. 10 more points, and he is looking definitely badly injured as he is now bloodied, but he stands strong and he is still alive. Addy Dark, that's your action and bonus action. As you begin to tear into him, what do? If you do anything else.
This is for your petty attempts to turn me into your cult.
Alright.
Then I'll pass. I'm good.
All right. He seems almost for a brief moment, he seems a little bit of fear, or you see a bit of fear in his eyes. But Gore, you look over and you receive initiative. What would you like to do? Now you're muted. That's the three for.
First, I'm just gonna announce every. I'm going to target old boy and. Yeah, we just gonna try to beat him in the head. Just gonna take that swing.
All right. Short sword attack for a total of 6 points of damage. It'll strike into him, and he seems to be on his last leg, badly injured and such. You do have a bonus action if you'd like to do anything else with it, though.
Don't I get these 2d4s too?
Oh, were you trying to? You didn't say you were igniting it.
Oh, did it pass already?
You have to reignite it every turn. Remember?
Oh shit! All right. Oh.
Yeah, you know what? It's a new subclass. I'll allow it if you want to do it and all that stuff. So we'll say this. So the 2d4 is you're gonna take 2 points of damage first. Hold on 1 second. So you take 2 points of damage. Now roll 2 points of damage for the enemy.
All right, 2d4s.
Yep.
Right.
And then 4 points of damage to him. At that point, you see as he begins to is almost riddled with this strange fear and flame amongst him as he's slowly burning and nearly dies from your single strike. That said, you do have a bonus action if you want to do anything. Oh no, you used it for the rights.
Nope.
So yeah, I believe that is your turn unless you want to move away.
Gore's gonna move a little bit. Oh, actually, he's going to move. First, he's gonna yell, "Don't worry, I'll finish this one." And he's gonna step back a little. We'll say right here, and make some. Random question: is my dueling been taking effect?
Your dueling fighting style. Let's find out.
Gore only swings with one hand, so like.
It has not then. It is not.
Bonus.
If that's the case, then you would have been killing these guys with an extra 2 points of damage, because I believe that's what dueling does, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to add that to your short sword attacks and all that, because it has not been adding it. We're gonna delete this one. They have 2 short swords, but if you do 2 points of damage, you only had 1 HP. So how do you want to kill him?
Gore was like, and he's gonna just straight. Lightning's gonna pop up and he's gonna look up to the tree. Just this one? Gore can take more! Now to the dark one! And then he would.
Alright, that said, he falls down and he is dead. That is your actually I believe you're still frightened at the moment, so you gotta make your wisdom save before you start moving over.
Oh yeah, got you copy. My bad.
Oh good, because I have to remember that for chalk as well.
Gore is not a wisdom saving throw type of guy. So
yeah, it's not happening. I said
move this way. I can move this way, right?
You'd have to move like straight down in the line, so like right here or so.
Alright, that's fine. He'll
Alright.
move there.
That said, Chalk's turn. Well, the only enemy that was left is pretty much dead, and he's still frightened at the moment. So he'll hold his action for if he ever gets unfrightened, he will fire forth and try to strike the enemy around. All right, wisdom saving throw. Let's see what he's got. 17 will do it. All right, he's going to unleash a short bow attack, and he'll have a sneak attack if he's able to get it, or if he's able to hit, because Addy Dark is in range and he is an ally in this sense. All right, short bow. Nah, 9. Gonna go flying wide. He wasn't able to hide with it. That said, as it begins to happen, he begins to reposition, and you'll use his. Oh nope, he can't do that. He'll have to do that on his turn. That is his go. Cora, you receive initiative. What would you like to do? And Zaman, you are on deck.
Cora would hit him with a guiding bolt.
All right. As you begin to hold your hand forth and begin to conjure all the bit of radiant energy into one singular blast, you fire it off and try to strike the null creature to down them. Make an attack roll with what strength you have. 18 will hit for a total of 16 points of damage as it strikes and immediately unleashes a radiant explosion. As this happens, Addydark, you see as almost a brief blinding light begins to form before you realize and look towards it, as this just seems to be a silhouette over them. You have advantage on, or anybody who strikes towards this individual has advantage on their next strike. Or that is your action. You have a bonus action and movement. Anything you want to do?
Nah, she'll. You know, you said they got advantage on them, right?
Yeah.
As a bonus action, she's gonna do compel duel.
All right. Keep in mind, you cast it or cast a guiding bolt as a spell,
right.
so you wouldn't be able to. Yeah. Unless, nah.
She'll end it. That's good for her.
All right. Cora's turn. Sets it up. Zaman, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
Zaman, seeing that the bear got down, he'll just move forward and he'll throw a javelin straight at the vampire.
That's you look over, you grab your javelin with a rushing strike, you toss it over towards them, and you have advantage. One more time. 15 and 9. It will miss and it will go flying wide as it strikes into the ground over here. I said you do have a bonus action though.
There should be a plus.
Wait.
15. It should be a plus.
Yeah. What's going on with that? It's not adding it. Yeah. Hold on.
17 to hit.
Yeah, it should be 17 to hit. I believe that is their AC. Yep, that's their AC exactly. Roll for damage. Just roll a d6 plus 3.
Copy.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I'll have to look into that for some reason. Yeah, you're proficient with the javelin. I don't know why.
Wow.
Whew. 9 points of damage as it strikes into them. That said, as it embeds its form, you see as the javelin just sort of remains there as he drops down to a knee, and he is or near death at this point. Zaman, is that your turn?
Looks like everybody else is doing okay. So yeah, that's the end of his turn.
All right. Agni, you receive initiative. Azora, you are on deck. What you got for us?
Agni's going to walk out with his hold on. I was muted for a second. Agni's going to walk up next to Addydark. As he does, he's going to ignite his hand on fire, and he's going to cast Flame Wreath on this guy.
Make an attack roll as you immediately reach out and try to surround this individual's head and turn it on fire for a moment. Oh boy.
Is it actually in here? Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it should be.
Just not on the bar.
Ah. 12 to hit. Oh, you got any inspiration?
I'm going to try to use. I'm gonna use my Meta Magic Seeking spell to roll a gun.
All right, one more time. Oh boy.
I'm just giving myself a spell slot and saying I don't. Just clicking.
Yeah. You're good. You're good. 16. Just underneath.
You got my inspiration. It's a D6.
All right, that'll be enough to hit. So roll for damage as you, or unless you want to describe it, I'll describe it for you. Your choice.
Agni comes up with his scythe dragging across the ground, and he pulls his hand and puts it right onto his face. The vampire dodges out of the way, but Agni pulls his hand back and grabs it, using his Seeking spell. And as he does, you're going to hear him just say, "Burn!" And he's going to ignite his face on fire using Flame Wreath.
As that happens, his eyes begin to go aflame, his fur begins to burn and more, dealing a total of 23 points of damage. And with that, that is enough to kill and end this individual. How do you want to do this, Agni?
As he grabs his face, Agni's right arm starts to glow as the crystals ignite and his strength starts to show. He starts to crush this vampire's head as fire starts to ignite from it. And as he lets go, it drops and you see smoke coming from his head as Agni's hands is filled with this gnoll's blood on him.
And as that happens, the creature drops down, slumped over, singed, burning, and dead. And you all begin to look over, and as there are no more creatures that seem to be in this battle, you all stand there victorious. Agni, you and Zaman, probably Zaman being the first, right on time, looking up towards the sky, anticipating it to change. You look over and you see as it cracks for a moment, as if it's getting ready to shatter. But you see as it doesn't. The area around you doesn't change to the likes of day. Instead, it still remains a starry-filled sky filled with the likes of the Aurora Borealis at night. And with that, whatever these creatures are above, they seem to have power even over the likes of the sky itself. We'll have to figure out what all this means and more. The likes of it, session 11 of Valley of Dreams next week. All right, that being said, thank you all for playing. I went over a bit of time, but we want to finish this combat and stuff because we guys were pretty much destroying them at the end there. But I'll be right back. I don't think there's any other announcements, so I'll quickly wrap up stream and send you guys over there. And if you do have any questions, then feel free to ask them at the end of it. If not, then you are free to peace out. But I'll be right back, guys. Thank you guys so much again. Alrighty, we're gonna throw this over to the sort of overlay off to the side. That being said, thank you everybody for everyone who decided to join and watch today. You guys are freaking fantastic individuals, but it is very, very late, so I got to get going and see you guys in the next one. Be sure to check out, if you miss any portions of this VOD, be sure to check it out in the 3 days on the YouTube channel and more. But also, be sure to check out all these socials as we upload all these sort of different YouTube videos and all the other sorts, where we basically try to give you guys and bring your guys D&D games to the next level, make them as memorable as possible. We give out actionable tips and more on how to be a better player, how to be a better dungeon master, and tons of different things. But also for everybody who's just joining, my name is SenseiSuplex. I'm a professional dungeon master, and I run a giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora, where it features 16 plus campaigns and adventures in history that can all, or that have all affected each other and shaped the entire universe that you guys in the community itself has actually sort of built from the ground up. That said, I don't think there's anybody to raid, but I think it's the Nat 30's turn to raid. But we're gonna find out in just a moment. They may still be live. Yep, they're still alive, so we're gonna throw over the views to them. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. No stream tomorrow, but we're going to see you guys Wednesday. Wednesday at 12 or 1 p.m. Eastern time for the Auroraverse Player Podcast. All right, see you guys.